Okay. Yay. Good morning. All right. Oh, man, now I got my table all dirty. Okay. Good morning. How you doing, darling? It's so pretty outside. Definitely not as cold as it was yesterday. It was freezing yesterday. Okay. All right. What's up, Wowzer? What's up, Guardia? Good morning. All right, you guys. So obviously, hi. Welcome to All Signs. Maybe I need to zoom in here just a tiny bit. Oh, that's a little low. I don't need you just looking at my boobs here. Let's see. All right, how's that? All right, that works for me. I hope that works for you guys. Yes, happy holidays. I hope you guys had a great I hope you had a happy Indigenous People Day. Because let's be honest. But mine was pretty good. And now we are going off to Christmas where well, at least for me, I'm going to start the year a little bit more broke than I was before. But it's all worth it if I can get my girls the stuff they love, I suppose. All right, let's do this. So we are going to be taking a look at the person on your mind or really just who's thinking about you right now. It could be the person on your mind. It could really be anybody. It could be somebody that you don't even know admires you, etc. As of course, and as always, I'm going to be taking super chat questions. If you want to go ahead and book right now, you can go to hipsy.com/Violetta Alexis and you can book there for 20% off. I'll give you the next 5 minutes to go ahead and do that. So that way you have a little bit of wiggle room and a little bit of time. You can see the link. It is the pinned comment in the chat box. Okay. We don't mind when it's nope. Nope. Don't do that. Don't do that, buddy. What's up, NY Greek? What's up, Antonio? I hope I'm saying that right. In Arizona, which is definitely warmer. Yeah, I don't know. I don't mind the cold weather so much. It really just doesn't bother me. I want to go somewhere where it rains a lot. I know I've said it a million times, and I know that my regulars are probably really tired of hearing me say it, but I want to move to Scotland. I want to move to Scotland. I would love to move to, it says it can't be found. Well, that is weird because that is not originally what I put in there. don't know what that was. I feel like I'm fucking hacked sometimes. Sorry, guys. I'm not sure what that was about. Here, I'll redo it for you. There you go. Here you go. Sorry. All right. The weather isn't great here. Come to the UK. The weather isn't great here, though. Anywhere but America at this point, I think I would be okay with. I don't know what is going on over here, you guys. I am not feeling it, though. Okay. Not feeling it. Starting to feel like The Handmaid's Tale. You know what I'm saying? Starting to feel like fucking Handmaid's Tale. Call me June, baby. What's up, Donna? I'm great, Vaisha. How are you? Or Italy? I'm too scared to go to Italy. You know why I'm too scared to go to Italy? Because everyone is like a 10 out of 10 there, and I dress homeless half of the time. And I heard that everybody is like a fashionista. I am just not. Hate heels, to be honest. I wear them if it's a special occasion, but I just can't wait to get them off. But I would love to go to Scotland. I like that those people seem to be very straightforward. They're not afraid to tell you how they think and feel, and they have a personality. You know, they are gonna take things with a grain of salt, and they just feel like the vibe. To be honest with you, you know. What's up, Lisa? Yeah, I love the architecture in Scotland. It's the architecture for me. All right, you guys, go ahead and get in your last minute super chat questions. Go ahead and click the link. Click the link. I'll give you a few more minutes. I'll give you till 11:10. It's 11:07. Again, if you're just entering, welcome. Thank you so much for joining me today. We're going to be taking a look at who's thinking about you right now. It could be the person on your mind. It could be a secret admirer. It could be a friend, a colleague. It really doesn't matter. Of course, we're going to dive in a little bit and see why they're thinking about you and what their opinion is, if you even care. And again, if you want to book a super chat, you know where you can do that at. If you've been here before, hitsy.com/Violetta Alexis. Again, just click the link in the box. In the chat box. Alrighty. Cool. Alrighty. What do we have going on today astrologically? See, I got my freaking, this is not bookings, okay? This is like all astrology transits, baby. All astrological transits. I'm so glad Mars is in Capricorn to a point. I have Mars in Capricorn. I love me a good Mars return. Honestly, I love it more than a Venus return for me. I have Venus in detriment and Venus in Scorpio, and I have an exalted Mars in my 10th house conjunct my midheaven. I love my Mars return. Okay, I'm excited for this. The only thing is, for me, I'm like, Mars rules open enemies and hidden enemies for me, 12th, 7th house. So it can just mean that they're stronger, you know, a little bit smarter with what they're doing, but it's also me. So, you know, never know what you're going to get. My life is a little bit like a very cryptic movie. What's up, Faye? Good morning. I love Scotland. When I went to Europe for the first time in August, beautiful country. Oh my God, I would love. Okay, don't know what that was. No idea what that was. Here we go. Look closer. All right. Don't need you seeing the litter box back there. What's up, Unique? I'm ready to go back. It's so stunning, period. Your Mars is in Cancer. Mars is in its fall in Cancer. However, if you can really learn how to not capitalize, if you can learn how to strengthen that Mars, it can be a very powerful Mars. Like a debilitated placements to me are a source of power. There's just a little bit more of a workaround. Her numbers have been showing up everywhere. Yes. Mars and Cap, money. Aw, thanks, Vaisha. All right, you guys, let's go ahead and get started. I'm going to go ahead. It's 11:11 on the clock. Go ahead and let me know what sign you guys would like to start out with. Whoever answers after user XR4, the last comment I see is LOL by this person. Okay, Nick wins. So, baby, we're going to be starting with some Gemini, okay? All right. Start live event. There we go. All right. So, Gemini it is. All right, whatever. Can we do this here? All right, I'm sure you guys know what JEM means, okay? Can I just there we go. Okay, great. Moving right along. Okay. Gemini, this is your portion of the reading. Let's go ahead and see what this person is thinking about when it comes to you. So first of all, let's see who this person is that's thinking about you. Two of Swords reversed. 10 of Cups reversed. Okay. Six of Cups reversed. I'm going to be honest with you. It feels like very much a me kind of person, Gemini. I'm not say they're selfish per se, but I think that it's not like a victim mentality. It's like they're always kind of looking for someone to blame is how I'm feeling about it. Like with that Two of Swords reverse, the 10 of Cups reverse, the 6 of Cups reverse. This is somebody who you may have had a breakup with or a falling out with, could be in regards to a family member as well. You have history with this person, and it seems like they're holding a bit of a grudge towards you for some reason, maybe rightfully so. I mean, I don't know your personal situation, but they're kind of at this point where they feel like no matter what they do or no matter how much you guys pour into the relationship, or maybe that's how you feel, like just nothing ever really happens, or maybe nothing ever really evolves. It doesn't quite get to that emotional point that you want it to. And I think that this is somebody who, I don't think like they're necessarily trying to avoid it, or I don't think that they are totally ignorant to whatever is going on between the two of you. They're very well aware, but this person may have felt like they needed to make a choice to end things. It feels to me like they stopped putting some kind of love into the connection. Why? The High Priestess. Because their inner knowing or their inner voice told them that nothing was going to come of it anyway, or something like that. So for instance, let's say that you and this person had a disagreement. This person could have felt like, well, I'm just going to end things, or I'm just going to stop nurturing this because it's not going to work out anyway. Or there's some kind of inner knowing what's the inner knowing? The Queen of Pentacles. It's either that A, you're in another relationship or you're interested in someone else, or B, they felt like this was never going to get to that place. Like they never felt like it was going to get to something stable. And I feel like they're a little like bent out of shape about it, Gemini, with that Six of Cups reverse. You know, it's not like they're just thinking about all of the happy memories that you guys have. No, this person is a little irritated. I don't think that they're comfortable being vulnerable with you. Okay. What is this person thinking about when it comes to Gemini? The Star reversed. The Knight of Pentacles reversed. They feel like nothing is moving because the two of you have no healing in regards to a specific situation that maybe ended badly, where you tried to make something work, or you were basically beating a dead horse. You know, they're not feeling very generous with their time or with their energy. Seven of Wands reversed. For some of you, they feel like they were put into some kind of competitive situation, or they're feeling some level of intimidation because there's some kind of concern about what other people think in regards to the relationship, or how much attention or time they give this connection for some reason. But they don't have a whole lot of hope in it. They just feel like it's not, like there's something that is intangible. Like maybe there was love there, maybe there were feelings there, heartfelt, whatever, but they feel like there's nothing to really build on. And if I'm being honest with you, the Seven of Wands reverse is somebody who kind of has their tail between their legs a little bit. Why have they completely lost hope? The Ten of Swords reverse. Ugh. So this is, Gemini, I don't think that this is somebody who is over something, or they may feel like you're not over something that happened. And it seems pretty intense. It's some kind of, I heard morally bankrupt. Okay, that's weird. Some kind of betrayal, some kind of pretty harsh ending that happened. What does this person want with Gemini? The Ten of Pentacles. So they want it all with you, but they want something tangible. They want something to last. Because that's the thing, right? It's like we can have the most mushy-gushy feelings for each other in the whole wide world, but if there's not a structure to it, if there's a codependency, if we're not really making future plans, if we're just, you know, living in the here and now, and sometimes that's okay, but for this particular person, they want that legacy. You know, maybe they want you to have their babies, or they want to have your babies, or, you know, they want to build something with you, or they want more support. They want something to stand on. They want a foundation. They want something solid. That's what this person wants, Gemini. But they feel like for some reason, because remember I was like, well, why did they leave? Or, you know, why do they feel like no matter how much they pour into this, it's just not going to work? And then I have the High Priestess and the Queen of Pentacles. The Queen of Pentacles is what they know. This is never going to, you know, I'm never going to be this person's wife, or I'm never going to be this person's husband, you know, or, if it's a business partner, maybe they just feel like it was just a bunch of talk, but there's no actual moving forward. Okay. The Hermit reversed. The Four of Cups. Like this to me is somebody who feels, okay, they feel like you're never happy with something. And it's going back to that, you know, no matter what I do, it's just not good enough, or no matter what I do, it's never going to go anywhere, or whatever. And they want you to come out of that. Okay, whether that is really what you're doing or not, that's how they feel. So to me, this is somebody who, if you've been kind of a little hiatus, or if you've been kind of hiding about, or, you know, if you've just been taking some time for yourself, totally cool, right? I'm just telling you what they want from you. Doesn't mean you have to give it, right? But the Hermit reversed is this person wanting you to come out from wherever you've been. Even if you see this person every day, you're just not talkative, or they feel like you're hiding something, or you're just, they want you to get out of that because they feel like you're never grateful for anything that they do, whether that's true or not. They feel like you always have to see the negative in something, or, okay. So again, maybe for some of you, this is reversed, but that's what I'm getting here. It's like this person feels like this is just a pipe dream. This isn't real. Like it's just a dream. You know, it's not actually, yeah. So I don't know. Let me see. Dream Weaver, no fucking way. Dream Weaver, dreaming and imagining, bring your powerful vision into reality. That is so creepy. That is so creepy. Cardinal. So Gemini, you know, this is telling you to be brave. It's telling you to take initiative in regards to this. Like maybe there's something that you want with this person. Great. Let's get started, right? I can sit here all day and talk about how much I want to be a writer, but if I'm not writing, that makes me not a writer, at least not in the tangible form, right? You know, if I'm sitting here and in my head I'm a Victoria's Secret model, okay, great. Maybe you need to go get some plastic surgery and you need to go to the gym, baby. You know what I'm saying? Whatever it is. Just because I think it in my head doesn't necessarily mean that I am. You are what you do, not necessarily what you think. Okay. And what you are what you don't do as well. All right. So let's go ahead and move on to Cancer. Thanks a lot, Gemini. How weird. All right. Oh, ladies. Starting to get that underboob sweat. You know what I'm talking about? Or maybe a man that has man boobs. Can relate. Getting a little bit of underboob. All right. Underboob sweat. All right, let's move on to Cancer. Valeria, you are so skittish, girl. I was just drinking water. Great. Looks like shit. Wonderful. All right, Cancer, let's see the person that is thinking about you. Let's just see kind of who this person is, what they are to you. The Five of Swords reverse. Okay. The King of Wands reversed. Page of Pentacles. This could be someone you work with for some of you, not for all of you. It kind of reminds me of Gemini's reading a tiny bit. You know, I'm not going to lie to you, Cancer. This is somebody who may be in their ego a little bit. They're feeling some type of way about the effort that they have put in, the effort that they want to put in. This can be somebody who is new. This can be somebody new for some of you, not for all of you. But they feel like the amount of effort that they've put into you or the connection, they feel like they're not going to be able to win with you. They feel like no matter what they do, you're just not going to appreciate it. Now, this could just be projection because that King of Wands reversed is very insecure, not confident in themselves. And I think for a lot of you, if it's somebody that really hasn't put in the effort, I think that they have this fear that you won't accept it or it's not going to be enough. It's not going to be enough. Or, you know, oh, Cancer doesn't want this anyway. Like, I'm a loser. You know, it's like kind of that. Why the King of Wands reverse? Let's see that. The Death reverse. Because this person has a hard time accepting change. And in order to accept change, you must accept the truth about yourself. You know, I was just watching a reel the other day, and there was this show. I think it ended up getting canceled, but I did watch it for a little bit. I think it was called Hannibal. And it was like that German guy. I think he's German. Anyway, he's sitting at the table with someone. And the someone says, I really hope therapy works out for you. And he said, therapy only works for those who are willing to be seen as who they are, not who they want to be or who they think they are. Something like that. And that really reminds me of this. Because I think this person really cares about what you think, Cancer. And I think that this person has a heart, like this can be somebody that you had a breakup with or a divorce with or some kind of separation, and they're having a hard time letting go of it as well. Because that death reverse wants to cling. It wants to hold on. Okay. But I think that this is somebody who wants to offer you something, you know. They want to learn about you, or they want to have something, but they don't feel like it's enough. That's what I'm getting. Why am I wanting to open my drawer? That's weird. Okay. Oh, I was thinking about my lip gloss. Okay, so let's see what this person is thinking about when it comes to you specifically. Four of Swords. This person may feel like you're healing, or you're kind of in the cut a little bit. Yeah, you're doing you. Like this is somebody who feels like you're very self-focused. You're making things happen, but maybe behind the scenes. The Devil. Whoa. Ma'am, this isn't going to work for me if you are doing this. It's not working for me. I love you, but you have to go. Thank you so much. Sorry, she really loves to scratch the couch when I'm live. Sorry about that, Cancer. So Four of Swords, Temperance, and the Devil. Whew. Damn. Cancer, if you've been watching me for a while, okay, you know that I am going to be honest with you even when it hurts, okay? You know I'm going to be truthful. I pride myself on being blunt and honest as much as I can. This person cannot get you off of their mind with that Devil energy. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. I think this person thinks about you constantly. I think this person thinks about you every day. Now, if you live with this person or something, like obviously they have to see you, right? But it's like, I think for a lot of you, it can be very, okay, I'm hearing the word convoluted. I don't even know what that means. Okay. But it feels a little dark, but like a sexy dark. Let me get one on that Devil. The 10 of Wands. Oof. I think this person has it pretty bad for you, buddy. You know? This person also feels like you are able to deal with stress well. This is somebody who feels like you know how to take your own darkness and you know how to transmute it into light or into healing. This is somebody who feels like you're very content with where you are. This person's obsessed with you. Hands down, 100%. What does this person want with Cancer? The Wheel of Fortune. The Knight of Cups reversed. Oh, they're scared. The King of Swords reversed. They're scared. They understand that what goes up must come down. They understand karmic law. They understand karma. They understand the ebbs and the flows of life. This person is, I think they're fearing having a conversation with you, or there's a fear to take action. I think that this is somebody who wants, I heard, more than they deserve. I heard I want to understand. I want to understand you. I want to understand. This person wants to, what do they want to understand? The Ace of Pentacles, the work it's going to take to build something with you, or what it is that you want. Because there's that Page of Pentacles and that Ace of Pentacles. So they want to build something, or they want to figure out what they need to do in order to please you or to plant seeds. But I think that they don't want to take action. They just kind of want to see like what happens. They're betting on fate is kind of their deal. Gate of opportunities, Cancer. Pass through the gate of opportunities where new paths unfurl with boundless potential. And then we have Venus, but it was in reverse. I don't know if this is really about love, Cancer. Venus, I think about Venus, it's feminine. I think when Venus is reversed, I think of Mars sometimes, right? Or the shadow aspect of Venus. There are a lot of opportunities in your life that I think that you need to either create for yourself or you need to take on. You actually need to take initiative. I feel like this is also telling you not to get too comfortable or too lazy with where you're at. Like, keep going with something, okay? Because you have more potential than you're allowing yourself to understand or see right now. All right, Cancer, that's what I have for you. Thank you. Let's go ahead and move on to Leo. Great. All right, Leo, let's see who's thinking about you. Okay. Six of Wands, this person could be in the public eye. Somebody who gets a lot of attention. Somebody who wants your attention, likes your attention. Ooh. Ew. The Six of Wands and the King of Pentacles reverse. Okay. The Justice. Why is the King of Pentacles reversed? The Ace of Wands. Huh. Okay. Interesting. Interesting. I don't think this is like a, you know, sturdy, steady guy you can, or girl you can count on necessarily. Like I do to a point, but the King of Pentacles reverse, it's like not necessarily stable. You know, this isn't the guy or the girl you go to necessarily for like financial advice or something. The Ace of Wands is here. I think this is somebody that is a little spicy. I think they get a lot of attention. I think they like giving attention. I feel like this person tries to do the right thing. This may be somebody that you're married to, or this may be somebody who works in the justice system or some kind of law or something like that. For others of you, this can be somebody that you have a court case with. Okay, maybe you were in a relationship. For some of you, if you're talking right now, I'm still trying to understand that. Hold on. Okay. What is the best way I can explain this person? So it's kind of giving like a tit for tat energy a little bit. You know, I'm not necessarily saying split the bill or anything like that, but I feel like this is somebody who's always wanting things to be fair. So it doesn't really feel like a person who's necessarily, like, let's say, generous with their funds, for instance. Okay. They're not like a very generous man or woman when it comes to their finances or buying you roses or flowers, but they're going to do like right by you. You know what I'm saying? That's what it feels like. They're more interested in, I think they're like very kind of a sexy person, maybe a little flamboyant, very energetic. Somebody, again, who may be in the public eye. There's some kind of spotlight on them a little bit. But I do feel like this is somebody who tries to be a fair person, but it may feel like they're just cheap, or it may feel like, you know, they go out to dinner with you and, you know, they're trying to split the bill or something like that. Or, oh, you want to pay for dinner now and I'll pay for dinner next time. And like, they do follow through with it, you know, but then they're like, you want to smash, you know, or like whatever. This can also be somebody who's not really like, they're not grounded in their own reality. Like maybe they're in the public eye, maybe they're an artist or something like that. And so they're kind of all over the place, but they're not settled. Do you know what I'm saying? They're not really settled in life. Okay. Whatever the hell that is. Or maybe they're just a stubborn little bastard. You know, it can be somebody who's just stubborn. Okay. All right. Let's see what they're thinking about when it comes to you, when it comes to them. They feel like you're going to pay that bill too. They feel like you're a pick-me, you know, or they feel like you lack self-worth or self-value. That's what they think about you. So if you do have this kind of person, okay, I think you need to show them what's what, more than likely. Like I heard this guy that said, this woman was asking advice, and she was asking advice from this man. And she goes, I don't understand why this man keeps coming back to me when it like never works. And he acted like he was the guy talking to her. And he said, I picked you because you picked me over you. Yeah. That's real shit, right? That's what I'm getting with this. Ooh. This person still either feels like you're going to walk away or that you have walked away because you didn't get what you wanted. They feel like you're pissed. This is somebody who thinks that you will lash out angrily. Like when you're pissed off, when you're upset, like when, you know, this person feels like they know exactly how to trigger you. They know the buttons to push. They know how to get you. What do they want with Leo? The Four of Wands reversed. The Ace of Cups reversed. The Eight of Pentacles. They want you to do all the work. They want you to do all the work. That's what I think. I think this is like a, you know, they'll sleep with you. You know what I'm saying? Like, but they're a very kind of tit for tat person. You pay, then I pay. You know, or they're just incredibly stubborn. They don't really have any grounding. I think they're looking to you for grounding. The Ace of Cups reverse, if it's, you know, in a combination of like shitty cards and it's next to the Four of Wands reverse, it kind of makes me feel like this is somebody who wants you to drain yourself in some capacity to feed some level of insecurity that they have about themselves. Like, I think, you know, it reminds me of this Shia LaBeouf or whatever his name is. I don't like him. I used to, but he's seen allegedly he's like an absolute narcissist, right? And he just sucks the life out of every woman he's with. And in his mind, he believes that suffering means that this person suffering for me means that they love me and I love them. And that's not something that should be normalized, especially with women. Women, we are taught that our suffering means that we love somebody, when life should not be like that. It should not look like that. It is programming that is meant to keep you as a slave to the patriarchy or to somebody. Okay? So this should not be something that's normalized. And I remember Shia LaBeouf was in an interview and he was like, yeah, she had to take an L to be with me. I just love her so much. She should have never had to do that. You know? And so it's like this person thinks like that, I think. Okay? Anyway, make a change, Leo. And then Leo reversed. Do you remember who you are? I feel like you need to remember who you are. Make a change, embrace growth, seek new paths, and welcome transformations with an open heart, baby. I need you today to get yourself real cute or handsome, okay? Get yourself cute, get yourself handsome, whatever you got to do. Put on something cute. Go to the gym, maybe. Go to the spa. Write, paint. Do something that reminds you of who you are and parts of you that you have abandoned in order to basically help somebody with their own unhealthy coping mechanisms or their own ego or whatever. Grab onto the part of you that makes you you again. Okay. That's what I have for you, Leo. Let's move on. What's up, Carmen? Us Leos have had the worst love life this year. Well, baby, you better shape up or ship out. I'm telling you, because you guys have Pluto opposing you for the next 15 to 20 years. So, okay. Good luck, right? Of course, my daughter's a Leo rising, so she's going to have Pluto going through her 7th house. I just know my work is cut out for me. I am very well aware that I'm going to have to likely beat the shit out of a couple of people. Just kidding. I have Pluto conjunct my descendant directly opposing me, so I know what this is, and I'm not playing. So you guys be careful, especially if you're a Leo rising. These freaking vampiric freaks. All right. All right, that looks like shit too, but here we go. Good morning, Scott. What's going on? What's up, Erica? My favorite YouTube tarot girl. Good morning. Good morning, baby. Thank you. I'm going to take that to the bank and run with it. What's up, Nina? Thanks, baby. All right, Virgo, let's see who's thinking about you. Strength reverse could be a Leo. 7 of Pentacles. Okay. I heard risk it all. The world. Okay. Why is the Strength reversed? The Fool reversed. At some point, this person, you have history with this person, with that world there, I think. This is somebody who may have been pretty hesitant about you or with you in some way. They weren't really trusting it, or they weren't allowing themselves to just be like, yeah, you know what? I'm ready for a change. I'm ready to take a leap, guys. You know, now this person is kind of giving into this a little bit. I don't think that they're holding back anymore. This is somebody who's definitely been holding back. Okay. So if you've been loving up with this person every single day of your life on the couch, and you guys have been watching The Notebook together, this is not it. Okay. I think that this is somebody who is at this point where they realize that they got to make a decision. It's like, I got to shit or get off the pot in reality with that 7 of Pentacles on that World card. Okay. I got to shit or get off the pot. And this can be somebody who's quite invested in you, financially or otherwise. There's a maturity forming. Tell me about that world so I can understand. The Page of Cups. Love that. The Page of Cups is love, and for some of you, this person may offer some kind of an apology to you as well. This can be a person at a distance, somebody that you have some kind of financial ties with for some of you. Okay. I love that Page of Cups there. So it feels like closure, but it also feels like the beginning of a new cycle. Okay. Maybe this is a person you had an ending with, but it doesn't look like it was, oh my God, it doesn't look like it was terrible. Nobody was throwing each other's furniture and clothes out on the front lawn or anything like that. Okay. Okay. So let's see what this person thinks about you specifically. 5 of Cups reversed. This person may feel like you forgave them or you asked for forgiveness, one of the two or both. But they don't feel like you're focused on the past with that 5 of Cups reversed. This person feels like you're focused on the future. You're not focused on the past anymore. Tell me more about this. The Knight of Swords reversed. I don't know if you're communicating with them. The 3 of Pentacles reversed. There's some kind of financial or tangible tie that the two of you have to one another. Maybe it's just physical. Okay. Pentacles can be physical, like your physical body, The Knight of Swords reversed and the 3 of Pentacles reversed. This is somebody who just feels like you're in this energy of, just forgive and forget, or just forget, or whatever. You're making something of your circumstances. You're not focused on the past and feeling sorry for yourself. You're just kind of moving on. This is somebody who feels like you're not really on the same page with them when it comes to future goals, aspirations, something you guys just don't really agree on. And this person feels like you're just not communicating about it, or just like whatever, like the wind, just gone with the wind kind of thing. Can you explain that 5 of Cups reversed? The 9 of Swords reversed. They feel like you don't want to worry. Especially if you've had a lot of stress attached to this connection. This is somebody who feels like you don't want to worry anymore. What is feeling sorry for myself or focusing on the bad parts of the connection? What is this going to do for me? What is this really going to do for me except cause me stress? And so they feel like you're just not out of sight, out of mind, or something like that. It's not a bad reading. It's really not. What's the 3 of Pentacles reversed? Why is that there? The Lovers. Oh. So for some of you, it's either that they feel like you want a connection, but they don't, which I don't think is the case with that Page of Cups there, or they want a connection and you don't. This could also be something regarding like values, because the Lovers comes after the Hierophant, right? So this is like a values-based decision. Okay. So we figured out what our values are, what our belief systems are, what our fundamental belief systems are. Now we can move on and heighten the connection by coming together or getting married or whatever it may be, right? Now that's a values-based decision. This makes sense. Something doesn't make sense. That's what they feel like. They feel like you are not on the same page about some kind of value or belief system, about some kind of conversation that the two of you had. What does this person want from or with Virgo? The 7 of Cups reversed, the Sun, they miss your light, and the 2 of Pentacles. They want you to make a decision. 7 of Cups reversed, the Sun, and the 2 of Pentacles. This is somebody that still wants your chaos, or the 2 of Pentacles can be a little chaotic, right? But it can also be making a decision. And that 7 of Cups reversed is a very realistic decision. Okay. They feel like they're in the dark about something. And I think that they want to understand or know more. They miss your light with that Sun there. They feel like you're just a bucket of fucking sunshine, right? There's something about your light. Are you having this inner light about you that they want to feel again, or they just want to feel, or even if you live with this person, they're like, God, I wish Virgo would give me a hug, or I wish Virgo would, smile at me, or, and this person, they have some skin in the game, Virgo, from what I can see anyway. feel like they want you to choose them. They want you to choose them. Okay. Seek clarity, Virgo. Opposition. But it's reversed. Embrace openness and insight, allowing life's truths to reveal themselves. Okay. Well, you know, Virgo, if you want to, totally up to you, you could try to see this person's side. Okay. For some of you, maybe you've heard enough. It's really going to be dependent upon your situation. Maybe you're tired. Maybe you've already seen it, right? We've already been here. We've already done that. For some of you, seek clarity through having an interaction and seeing the other side of something. For others of you, make it easier on yourselves and don't even try. But I feel like something in time is going to reveal itself. And for some of you, you already have the truth in hand. Okay. But what are you asking them to do, though? Gemini reversed. I don't know if you really need to. Gemini can be about like communicating, you know, especially online in some way. I don't know if you need to do that. So I don't know. Maybe digress. All right. Thanks a lot, Virgo. Let's go ahead and move on to Libra. Okay. What's up, Love Apples? What's up, Crystal? You're welcome, baby. Oh, really, Scott? You've been learning Billie Eilish. I love that. Hostage is my favorite song, but that would be, I think that'd be pretty hard to play on electric guitar. Hey, Shannon. All right, guys, let's move on. Okay, we'll just put that right there. Nobody can see it. Cool. All right, Libra. I don't know what that bird is. Damn, you can hear that? I don't know what kind of bird it is. I'm not a bird like connoisseur. I really don't know. Good to see you, Maya. All right. What's up, Kennez? Hi, Lori. Did I even say hi to my mods? Hey, hi, guys. Thanks for spending your time of day for free trying to support my channel. Sorry I didn't notice you. How long you've been here. Jesus Christ, what a piece of shit. Oh, that's good, Maya. Awesome. All right, so Libra. Who's thinking about you? Two of Wands reverse. Somebody who's on the fence, I think. Somebody who's maybe a little bit wishy-washy. You know what I'm saying? Okay. On whether or not they should communicate. This can be somebody at a distance, Libra, the moon. They're scared. They're scared. They're scared of having a conversation because they know that they're going to have to end up being vulnerable. And I think that that's probably what they're scared of. They're having a hard time coming out of their comfort zone. Like this could be somebody who's like sitting there, you know, they have their phone and they're like, maybe you guys do talk every day and they're just afraid to tell you this one like dark part about themselves that they really don't share with many people, or something that they've kind of hidden a little bit. What's that moon about? The Three of Wands. About their expectations or the fact, because you got to think, right? So the Two of Wands comes before the Three of Wands, okay? But the Two of Wands is in reverse, which means there's an indecision, having a hard time coming out of one's comfort zone. What they truly want to express to you is that they want to make plans. They want to come out of their comfort zone. They want to explore the connection. However, the Four of Wands comes after the Three of Wands. So I think that this person is either looking to like move in together, or maybe they're wanting to come see you and visit you at your house, or maybe fly you out to come and see them, or they're wanting to take you out, or it's some kind of celebratory or a relationship, you know, it's something like that. But they're afraid to like talk about it. They're like, oh, I don't know if they should see this. That's kind of the vibe, to be honest. Because I think that they don't really know what they think of you as the Queen of Wands reversed. Well, okay. Seven of Swords. The Knight of Wands. They feel like you're crazy. No, I'm just kidding. Why the Queen of Wands reversed? Six of Swords. This person still feels like you're hung up about something in regards to the past, or you're hung up on someone else from the past, okay? Either or, whatever, maybe both, I don't know. And this is somebody who thinks maybe you are trying to either A, get away with something, or like, let's say for instance, that this person has made you jealous in the past or triggered some insecurities within you. They feel like you're still hung up on that. And so you're trying to avoid feeling like that again. And so instead you're just trying to be more lighthearted. You're not really, you're just kind of a little inconsistent. You're like, yeah, I'm not dealing with that. I'm not going to take any of these motherfuckers seriously, you know, like whatever your vibe is. For some of you, they straight up think you're trying to get away with something. Tell me about that Seven of Swords so I can... All righty. They feel like you're trying to avoid a shit show. Is really what it comes down to. That's what they think. You probably are. Okay. You probably are. This is pretty straightforward, Libra. I'm not going to lie to you. This is pretty like point blank period. I don't really have any guesses here. What does this person want from or with Libra? The Four of Pentacles reversed. The Five of Pentacles reversed. The Hangman reversed. This person wants you to... If you've been holding back in any kind of way, or you've been having some kind of fear around this connection or this relationship, this person wants you to let go of that. This person wants you to see things from their side. This person wants to understand your perspective on things as well, okay? I don't feel like this is a bad person. I think this is just a scared person. Shut up, Faye. So, okay. Tell me about that Hangman reverse, the Emperor reversed. This person feels like you are a bit stubborn in some way, and they may feel like you do that in order to hold some kind of control, right? So maybe, I'm not saying that this is what you're doing. This is just an example. Like, for instance, if you disagree with this person about something, or you get mad at them, maybe you give them the silent treatment, you know? And that's like your way of maintaining some kind of control, or maybe some level of self-preservation, whether that's true or not. Okay. Libra, your advice: new heights. Let your connection with spirit ground you as you reach for the sky. And then we have Cancer reversed. Okay. You know, I want to say this, Libra, try not to let your inner demons kick in too much, because you can find yourself being a little spiteful or being a little passive aggressive with that Cancer reversed. I think of the shadow side of Cancer, you know, shadow in its darkest element, Cancer in its darkest self can be like very vengeful, spiteful, you know, plotting, you know what I'm saying? Very like, right? Especially like if it's some kind of crime of passion. At one point, you know, Cancers were the sign that was most arrested for like crimes of passion. Okay. So like, Don't be like the shadow side of your cardinal brothers or sisters, all right? But this is asking for spirituality. This is asking you to break the ceiling from where you've been when it comes to having a higher mind about things. It's telling you to have a bird's eye view of something. Okay, and maybe birds are symbolic for you. This looks like a pigeon. All right, but take the high road is what I want to say, if you can. Moving on to Scorpio. By the way, you guys, when I am on my, wow, the back of my hair looks like shit. I just saw it on the freaking screen. For some reason, when I'm doing my one-on-one sessions, like I notice that like sometimes when I go on there, it'll just be randomly turned off, like where it doesn't make me available to accept calls. I'm not doing that. I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's a glitch or something, but if you guys are trying to get a hold of me for one-on-one sessions, just DM me on Instagram. Okay. You can find that in my description. I don't know why it does that. Sorry, my boobs feel weird. Yeah, sorry, fire sign 985. Why do you use these oracle cards if you don't like them? Listen, some people do. You know what I'm saying? Like, for instance, some people like that kinds of stuff. Like, I like these ones. You know, these ones. I like these ones. Like some people believe in twin flames. I don't, but it doesn't mean that I'm right. You know, it doesn't mean that I wouldn't do a twin flame reading. You know what I'm saying? Some people like it, you know? So I use them because some people like it. You're welcome, Courtney. Okay. Am I going to write this or? Okay, great. All right, Scorpio. Let's do this. Who's thinking about you? Judgment reversed. Another Scorpio, perhaps? Maybe the Six of Pentacles. The King of Cups reversed. Ugh. Please. Immediately no. I've seen everything I needed to see, and it's a no for me. Okay. This, to me, is a trickster. The reason why I say that this person is a trickster. Let me give you an example. Let's say that somebody cheats on you, okay? And then they ghost you. You're like, are you going to apologize for this? Or are you going to take accountability? You know, and they just like, what? All of a sudden they can't see. They're fucking Ray Charles, bitch, right? And like 3 months go by and then like a gift shows up at your door and it's from them. Like that is supposed to be the entryway into their salvation. That's what these cards remind me of. This is like somebody who tries to like physically pay for their mistakes, or they try to, you know, don't get me wrong. I think the Six of Pentacles is incredibly generous. Okay. It can be. But it's just kind of like, what am I supposed to do with this? Is this, you know, is this supposed to be the thing that makes you forget that you were inside of someone else? Or like, is this the thing that, you know, does this work for you? Is kind of would be my take on this, because it seems like this is somebody who's just willing to say or do whatever to avoid some level of accountability for what they've done or what they didn't do. Okay. It's kind of El Barfo El Disgusto. You know what I'm saying? Hashtag The Office. What's the Judgment reversed? The three, yeah, for some pain that they caused you. Oh, I bought you a new Starbucks cup. Why aren't you grateful about it? You know, or like whatever. Like, are you joking? Get out. What they think about you, the Magician. They feel like ball's in your court. You have the power. The Three of Cups reversed. The Hierophant reversed. They feel like you're bucking up. You're bucking up against them, you know? Hear ye, bitch. You know, it's kind of like that vibe. This is somebody who feels like your actual intent is to not be in a relationship with them, is to not be in cahoots, is not to get together with them, it's not to be friends. That's what they think. Now, whether that's real or not, that's what they are thinking. They feel like this is really, the power is in your hands. That's how they think about it. And they see you breaking free from some kind of drama, or they think that you're trying to break free from potentially some kind of third party situation, or you're trying to break free. Like I'm going to be honest with you. This is not somebody who feels like you're trying to commit or be besties. Why the Three of Cups reversed? The Ace of Swords reversed. Because they feel like there was some kind of lie that made you not want to come together with them, or they feel like because you feel like you don't know something either about a third party situation or about some kind of drama that happened between the two of you, like there's something that you don't have all of the information about it, that you're like, yeah, that I'm not doing that. But Scorpio, don't let this person fool you. Like if this person has tried to act like they have the power in the situation, they don't really believe that. They believe you have the power in the situation. Thanks, Maya. What they want from you, the Page of Wands, they want a little something, a little shred of attention, you know, a little morsel of something. They don't even care what it is. They don't even care if you want to yell at them with that Five of Wands. They don't give a damn. Yell at me. They'd probably be grateful. Okay? Maybe this person's masochistic. Page of Swords. This is the kind of person who would literally do anything to get some level of attention or a crumb of what you got cooking. Page of Wands, Five of Wands, Page of Swords. I would be really be careful. I would be very careful with giving this person a reaction to things, because for a lot of you, Scorpio, this person wants a reaction. Like if them being nice or trying to buy you something, for instance, isn't working, they may try another route. Oopsie. Don't give into it. Okay? Don't do it. Release and renew. House 7 reverse, baby. Goodbye. Immediately no. This is a no. House 7 are your one-on-one relationships. Its shadow self is an open enemy. This person is not your friend. Release and renew. Embrace the flow of letting go to welcome renewal, allowing new energy to shape your path. You know what? I let go of a guy. I finally was like, I'm done. Okay. This was years ago. And after I did that, so much good came into my life. Okay. You have no idea. It was incredible. It was like clockwork, bitch. It was incredible. It was like God or the universe is like, okay, we're getting rid of the dust. bink, 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 bink. Just started dropping all these opportunities and this beautiful shit on my doorstep. It was great. That's what it felt like. Okay, so think about the possibilities. All right, that's what I have for you, Scorpio. All right. Thanks, Scott. Yeah, immediately no. All right. I think it might be time for another cup of coffee, but I'm going to wait it out. Oh, Australia. I love that new law you guys passed recently. You guys passed a law, I think, about like anybody 16 or below, like couldn't have social media. Oh my God. I love that so much. I absolutely love that so much. Sag. I'm not writing. Listen, Sag, you got your. Oh my God. Okay, well, I'm not going to do that to you. That's special. You know what I mean? That G is very special. Okay. That is, no, we're not going to go there. I'm not going to say it. That was a very special G. Okay. Maybe you have a very special person with G in their name. Maybe they're very, very special little guy. I wish the U.S. would do it, and caveat that you must test at least. Yeah, I agree. That's a great idea. These space buns look terrible. All right. Okay. God, I love these dark ambient. You guys want to know what I literally listen to and watch like all day and all night? This is what my room sounds and looks like all the time. Okay. Like these kinds of dark ambient vibes. Like I just put it in the chat. I love that shit. Like I'm such a weirdo. Aubrey! Hi, Aubrey. It's good to see you. Okay. All right, let's move on. Sag, let's see who's thinking about you, baby. 8 of Swords. Somebody who's definitely in their head. They're doing it to themselves, unfortunately. But let's see. 2 of Cups reversed. Oh, this pretty. It's pretty. This person's pretty distraught in regards to some kind of disconnect or disagreement or misunderstanding that you guys had. They're definitely not over it. Okay. If everybody could like the stream, that would be great, by the way. Thank you. Thanks. Let's see another one here. The Queen of Cups. Oh, they love you. Listen, I sound like such a little bitch, but seriously, this person does love you very much. And I think that there is a little disagreement or discrepancy, some kind of, again, a misunderstanding. And this person is really feeling some type of way about it. I don't think this is a bad person. I think this is somebody who's really just feeling misunderstood, in my opinion. I think this person genuinely cares about you and loves you very much with that Queen of Cups. What's the 2 of Cups reversed about? The 9 of Pentacles reversed. There could be a codependency between the two of you, if I'm being honest. See, this can be like one of those addictive relationships where it can be too much of a good thing. And if this, like, I had a relationship with somebody where we would disconnect and it would feel like I was relapsing from a drug, like it was bad, you know? And I'm not saying it's that, it's not like that. I'm not saying it's that intense, okay? But it can be some form on whatever level, to be honest. There could have also been some kind of discussion around money or who does what or who puts however much effort in. There could be something around that. This person can feel like they have tried to prove something to you again and again, but they just feel like you don't get it or something like that. They're very fixated on this. Okay. But they do love you, like, very much. It's genuine. Their love for you is very genuine. Okay. But I feel like there's a bit of a codependency. What this person thinks about you, the Chariot reverse. Cancer. We got double Cancer here. The Two of Wands reverse. The Eight of Swords reverse. What's the Eight of Swords reverse? God damn. The Four of Wands reverse. Like, this person feels like you have made a decision to either not welcome them in your space, or you have made a decision to break up with them or not commit to them, or there's something there. There's something that's causing some level of delay, and they feel like that's your choice. But they feel like the choices that you're making in regards to the connection are solely based on your inability or perceived inability to come out of your comfort zone. They feel like you're being a coward. They feel like you are out of control emotionally within yourself, even if you're not showing it outright. And they feel like you lack direction and consistency and courage. Again, whether that's true or not, reverse it if you need to. You know, for some of you, they feel like you're dealing with car issues. Okay, that's a side note. Tell me about that Two of Wands reversed. Seven of Cups reversed. This person feels like you see the reality of something, or you got a reality check, and now you're, you know, I'm going to be honest with you, Sag. They feel like you got a reality check, and now you're being a little bitch about it. Okay. Okay. And whether that's true or not, like I said, honey, you know, reverse it if you need to reverse it. You know what I'm saying? But all right. And now this person feels like you got a reality check about what? The Nine of Pentacles reverse. So what is the Nine of Pentacles reverse? Well, it can represent a lot of things. Okay. It can represent it can represent over promising and under delivering. You're making promises and you are writing checks that your ass can't cash, baby. You know, clock it. Like, that's how this person feels. But they love you. Nonetheless, they love you. But they feel like you made a promise. You can live up to that promise. Now this person is very fixated on that promise, right? Because they may feel like they're being gaslit or something like that. Like, are you joking? You literally told me we were doing this, you know, or whatever. So I think this person is a little perturbed. God, I need it. Jesus Christ. I don't like this chair. I need something better to sit on. Somebody get me Amelia Clark. Okay. Yeah, no. Saggy. Das is no good, buddy. You know? No good, buddy. But this is just their perspective. What they want from you, they want you to be a man. Like, I feel like that you're a man. Okay. Or maybe you need to be, I don't know. This is what they want from you. The King of Wands is a leader. This is not somebody who is like hello. Okay, let's try again. Words are hard. This is not somebody like Joffrey Baratheon in Game of Thrones, where he's like a little twerp twink and he demands that everybody calls him king, even though, you know, he's a little shortstop. You know, I could flick him like a booger out my window. You know what I'm saying? He's just a cruel little turd, you know? This person doesn't want that. This person wants a real leader, not somebody who thinks that they deserve a crown because they can scream loud or make promises that they can't keep. You know, this person wants you to be a man. You know what I'm saying? Or they want that masculinity from you. They want you to step it up. They want attraction. They want to be, you know, now I'm hearing that song, The Greatest by Billie Eilish. Gosh, she's such fucking chef's kiss, dude. Like, honestly, love her so much. My favorite artist, hands down. But she did the song The Greatest, and she talks about, I just want you to give me what I gave you, and she was basically something like that. She was just talking about passion. Okay, she's talking about passion. And I feel like that's what this person wants. Yeah, see, look. What did I say? I'm a Virgo. I'm never wrong. Just kidding. Ace of Pentacles reversed. They want you to start over. Let's try again, Let's try again. Because whatever that was not it, I think they'd be willing to give you another chance, or they'd be open to lines of communication or whatever it is. Worthy goal is your advice, Sagittarius. And North Node reversed. Okay. Get out and be inspired to keep working towards your life purpose. Like, there's something about you, this person, feeling like you lack ambition or you lack motive or something like that. What is going on? That Chariot reverse, the Two of Wands reverse, this, and whether it's right or not, I mean, the advice is literally like, if the North Node is reversed, the North Node is what we aspire to be. It's what we go after. It's what we need to incorporate, or what we need to learn. It's going after something. And it's saying worthy goal right here. Like, are you kind of putting things off? Do you just not have drive? Like, and get to the bottom of it. Like, where is that coming from? And I get it. I've been there. Holy shit. I was there for like 2 months, dude. Totally regretted it. Right. So, like, where is that coming from if that's the case? But it's telling you to focus on a worthy goal. Maybe this is it. I have no idea. Only you can answer that for yourself. Thanks a lot, Sagittarius. Okay. Let's do Capricorn. All right. Okay. That P feels like it's trying to be better than the others. Doesn't it look like that? It looks like that P is very pretentious. Okay. Happy birthday, JMM. That P just looks like it's trying to be above everybody else. You know what I'm saying? Like, with the nose up, you know what I'm talking about? Anyway, P's be like that. Okay, Capricorn. Let's go ahead and see who's thinking about you. The Nine of Wands. Somebody with pretty strong boundaries. Somebody with strong boundaries, baby. The Knight of Swords. And a quick wit, quick mouth. The Knight of Swords. Oh, my. The Eight of Pentacles reversed. This could be somebody that either ruined their reputation with you, or you ruined your reputation with them. Oh, they're done with that one. Okay, what's that Eight of Pentacles reversed about? The Hangman. This person seems to, they feel like they have some level of perspective on the situation, and some kind of effort maybe that they've put in before. They don't seem to be doing that anymore. What's the Knight of Swords doing there? The Justice. Alrighty. What is this person's goal towards Capricorn? The Four of Cups. They want to make you regret something. I hate to be that person, I hate to be that tarot reader that's like, ooh, I don't want to do that, right? But this person is in kind of fight mode. Like the Nine of Wands stands up for itself. It wins. It comes out on top kind of thing. Okay. That's what the Nine of Wands is, and very strong boundaries as well. And I think that this person seems like they want to say something to you. They want to get things right. Okay. And this is like an unbiased kind of vibe that this person has. Like this person is trying to be fair about something, but they're also no longer putting in some kind of work because of another perspective that they have, and they're letting something go. Like some level of effort that they've put in or whatever, they're letting that go. And it seems like they're standing up to you or standing up for themselves, or maybe they're trying to make something right with you. That can be it, but it feels like they want to make you like, I'm going to show them what they were missing, or like, I'm going to show them what they had, you know, or, and like whatever their mind frame is, like they believe that they're being unbiased. Like this is somebody who feels like they're being unbiased. They're being very honest. They're being very true. Okay. I don't think that they are, they're not like doing this passive aggressive thing. They're not trying to like ruin your life. Eight of Pentacles reverse can be like trying to ruin your reputation. But it feels unbiased. It feel like they, in their mind, they feel like they're being fair with something. Ooh. What is this? What is it? Let's see what this person thinks of you. The Three of Wands reversed. The World's reversed. The King of Swords. Okay. They definitely see you as someone that they have unfinished business with. You know, they see you as somebody that is either currently communicating or that they want to communicate with. This person feels like you also have some things to say. This person may feel like you have a little bit more authority here for some reason. Because I think this person has questions about a situation that you guys had. Like, I don't know if it's like a legal situation. I don't know if it's like this person wants advice from you. This person wants some level of information around a decision that was made or that needs to be made. Or something about like needing to make something right. Like, I'm wondering if this person wants to ask you, like, do you even regret it? Or, you know, or, you know, they just have questions about something. And this person feels like you're waiting to talk. So they're going to take action. Like, even if you live with this person, like, this is somebody who feels like you're waiting for that moment to have to say your piece about something. So like, okay, like, you know, I'll see you in the living room at 5 o'clock, bitch, you know, or like, okay. How does this person want Capricorn to feel? The Five of Swords. They want you to feel like you lost or like you fucked up somewhere. I'm telling you. Okay. I don't think that this person isn't really like thinking about you necessarily in a negative way, but they want to make you feel it, whatever that means. What's that World reversed? The Strength reversed. This person may have felt like you gave into some kind of weakness, or there was something about ego or pride here. Not being able to restrain yourself and with something that maybe you said. This reading is getting weird. This is a lot. Like, Capricorn, you guys definitely have the most condensed, like, you ever seen one, like somebody who makes a sandwich and it's like fucking huge? Like, there's just, it's like, how many, you know, how many pieces of lettuce do you need to make a fucking sandwich, lady? You know what I mean? Or guy, whatever. Like that. It feels like a very stuffed There's everything on that bitch. You know, there's avocado, there's jalapenos, mayo, mustard, vinegar, salt and pepper. You know, it's a Capricorn sandwich, buddy. Holy shit, you know, it's a lot. Anyway, the Fool reverse for what this person wants from you, Page of Cups. I feel like this person wants you to stop being a baby, and they want you to rebuild the trust. Not saying you are being a baby, but that's what I'm getting. Because this is somebody who feels like you did something reckless. Whether that's true or not. They feel like you did something reckless and they want an apology, and they want you to rebuild some level of trust. But I'm going to be honest with you, okay? This person's energy, that's a pretty strong energy, Capricorn. Like, I can't even lie to you. You know, it's really strong. It's a very strong, somebody who is very, this is the type of person, the Knight of Swords is it can be quite relentless, okay? When it comes to getting some information or getting what it wants. You know, the Knight of Swords will pretty much stop at nothing for the most part. And this is somebody who feels like that they're not only backed by that relentlessness, but they're also backed by what they believe to be true. They believe something to be true, and they're going to fight for that. There's an emotional funnel with this, which makes it more potent and which makes it more powerful. This person 100% believe, doesn't mean that they are, okay, I don't know, but this person 100% believes that they are right about something. Okay, but I feel like they want an apology from you or something like that, because there's a lack of trust. All right, Capricorn sandwich, guys. Take precautions, remain vigilant and receptive, learning from each revelation as you navigate life's journey. And then you have Yang in reverse. Okay. So, I mean, this kind of goes with what I said. You know, I'm not here to fear monger. I think everything's going to be fine. I really do. I just think that this person is this is what they believe. This is what they think. And there's no bias here per se. Like, and they feel very strongly about this. And so, you know, this may be a little rough. I'm not going to lie to you. Okay. But for that Yang energy to be reversed, that's masculine. I wouldn't try to push or force anything. I would try to be receptive, and I would do a lot more listening if you do come in contact with this person than I would do speaking. Okay. It doesn't mean you shouldn't say your piece. Of course not. But I would just try to listen, and, you know, if you even want to deal with this at all, totally up to you, but I would try to listen, just so that this person can feel like they're heard, because they're in a bit of a tizzy, you know. They're in a bit of a tizzy, and they feel like they're right. Okay. So that's what I got for you. Thanks. See you next week. Thanks a lot, Capricorn. All right. What's up, Deb? Oh, Aubrey, is it your birthday? Happy birthday. Oh, Aubrey, I hope it's a special one. Eat lots of ice cream. Eat lots of ice cream. I had some Cherry Garcia ice cream last night. It was 10 out of 10. All right, let's move on to Aquarius. Damn, I do not mean to make these readings so long. I can't believe it's already freaking 12:30 my time. Been on for an hour and a half. These readings should be done. All right. That doesn't look so bad. Okay. All right. Don't mind if I do. All right, Aquarius, let's see who's thinking about you. Nice lighter, thanks. Very intense. Wheel of Fortune reverse. Somebody who's kind of stuck in a cycle a little bit, you know. They may be feeling it. This person can be going through kind of a little bit of a rough time. You know what I'm saying? Like they're catching the bad luck bug a little bit. Ooh, the Emperor reversed. Could be an Aries or a very Jupiterian person. Seven of Swords reversed. My God, who is this? Have you gone to therapy after this relationship? Who is this? I'm just joking. This is somebody who has been in a cycle, and I feel like it's been for a while, but they refuse to let go, and they refuse to just be honest about things that they need to change, or they refuse to be honest. I don't feel like it's a refusal. It's almost like this person wants to control some kind of narrative because there's a change that they're refusing to make. Okay. Like, let's say that this person is an alcoholic. All right. And they have been stuck in that cycle for a while. And they say, and when you mention it to them, I really wish you would stop drinking. They're like, well, this happened to me when I was little. And, you know, this happened to me and this happened to me. And it's everybody else's fault. And I get it. I've been there. Okay. And those things can be quite valid. But this is somebody that refuses to accept responsibility now. But they have an inner knowing. They know the truth. And I even think that this person has a conscience about it. Because I mean, I'm not going to lie to you, you know, Aquarius, this person is probably going through it right now. I think this person is probably going through it. I think this is somebody who's not having the best time. I think this is somebody who is trying to give off some sense of control, but they really don't. They really don't have a strong structure, a strong sense of identity. They have a lot of guilt that they're harboring. This person may have already confessed something to you about who they are. Or this is very like dark night of the soul kind of emasculated or trying to figure out who they are as well. They're definitely on a difficult journey. The good news is that they have a conscience about some kind of cycle that they're repeating. I also think that this person has been incredibly selfish, you know, a bit of a disregard to how their actions affect other people. Okay. The Ace of Swords reversed for what they think about you. They feel like you don't want to talk to them or you're delaying some kind of communication. Yeah, they feel like you've walked away, you know, and they feel like it was a hard decision that you had to make, or they feel like you're going to walk away. The Knight of Wands reversed, what's that about? The King of Pentacles reversed. They may feel like you have mixed feelings about the connection because either A, they feel like, you know, they've taken everything from you to a point, or they've used you in some way. And they feel like maybe you're feeling a bit chaotic or you're lacking direction. It's like this energy of you shutting down lines of communication, or you being very passive with them and being like, you know what, I gotta go, you know, I gotta walk, I gotta get out of here. But then like you get out of here and it's like, where am I going? You know, it's kind of that energy. It's almost like when you've lived with someone for a long time, or you've been in a relationship with someone for a long time, and then like 20 years, right? You guys got kids and everything. And then like, let's say you've been a stay-at-home mom, right? Let's say you're a woman, you've been a stay-at-home mom and you don't have your own job. And it's like, you have to get out of there. You leave. And now it's like, now what? Oh my God. You know, it's like you've walked out of this. I'm not saying that's what it is, but it's that same kind of mentality or energy. Anyway, that's what they think. Whether that's true or not, I don't know. What they want from you is your attention. 10 of Wands and your sacrifice. 2 of Pentacles reversed. What's that 2 of Pentacles reversed about? The 9 of Cups reversed. something that you wanted from them, they want you to drop that. They want you to let that go. Like, even if it's something like, you know, for 20 years, I've been asking you to put down the damn toilet seat and you don't do it. And they're just like, just let it go. Like, that's what they want. They want your attention. They want your validation, and they want your sacrifice. They want you to do the heavy lifting. Vortex of creativity. Spiral into your creative vortex, unleashing imaginative power to manifest your dreams into reality. So for some reason, Aquarius is telling you to get creative. Maybe you're a pianist. Maybe you're a writer. Maybe you're a poet. Maybe you are a painter, or whatever it is. Like, it's telling you to get in touch with that part of yourself again. Again. Interesting. I said again. House 8 reversed. I feel like you kind of need to unhook from somebody, and you need to face some level of fear that you have, maybe around some level of dependence, whether that's financial, whether it is emotional, sexual, something like that. Like, because I think you need an outlet for how you're feeling, if I'm going to be honest, Aquarius. Okay. I think you need an outlet, and I think creativity, not that creativity is going to solve all your problems, but it does help. Okay. Okay, Pisces, let's see who's thinking about you. The Devil reversed. Could be a Capricorn. The Page of Swords reversed. Gemini. The Empress. This is a woman or a feminine. What's that Devil reversed about? The Sun reversed. The Page of Swords reversed. What's that about? The Knight of Pentacles reversed. Okay, give me a second here. There is someone that is, I think, suspicious. I don't know if it's suspicious of you or suspicious of something to do with how you view this person or how you and others view them. Okay. I don't think that this person is staying too fixated on it. However, they seem to be keeping an optimistic viewpoint regardless of how they feel about you or a situation. This is somebody who is likely very handsome or beautiful, somebody who knows their worth, somebody who's highly creative, sexy, gorgeous, handsome, like I said before, somebody who knows their value. And so whether you're doing anything or not, it feels like to me this person can't be bothered with it. There's a detachment from anything that they feel that they don't understand when it comes to any kind of gossip, rumors, drama, you know, feeling like they don't have enough information regarding a situation between the two of you. So they're just like, oh, well, whatever. You know, it's kind of, I think this person wants to nurture this connection. But there are some things here that are a little odd. Because you guys can't see, but I'm looking at this energy, and this Empress is looking away. She's like, okay, whatever. Like, that's great. You know, it's something like that. Because this person feels like they're in the dark about you. But they're like, well, you know, what am I going to do about it? You know, it's kind of just like, whatever. I don't know. Really weird. What does this person think about Pisces? I hope I wasn't saying Gemini. The Six of Cups. Okay. The Knight of Cups reversed. The Queen of Swords reversed. For some of you, this is a same-sex relationship. So 6 of Cups in the upright, that's good. This person feels like they can be vulnerable with you, or that you are vulnerable with them. Maybe it's a friendship. I don't know. There's some level of camaraderie, but this is someone who feels like you are unpredictable, with some level of jealousy or moodiness or something like that, that causes you to act out or shut down lines of communication or get easily triggered and maybe even say things you don't mean sometimes. Okay, well, it doesn't mean it's true, but it's what they think. Why do they think that? I heard, I don't know if that's true. That sounds like them. I don't know if that's true. That's just how I feel. Why do they feel that? They feel like you're holding something back, like you're not telling them something, or that you try to conceal how you're feeling, but they feel like they can sense it or something like that. And they feel like the more you try to conceal something, the more suspicious that they get, or they're just kind of like, are you okay? Or so, it's like something weird. What does this person want from Pisces? The 5 of Pentacles. The 5 of Cups. And the Judgment reversed. Ooh. Okay. Pisces, you know, I'm not going to lie to you, right? So you think about 2 5s, okay? This is what this person wants from you. 2 5s. 2 5s equal a 10. That's an ending, okay? Judgment reversed is, I don't want to hear your story. I don't want a reconciliation. You know, this person may feel like you misjudged a situation, and they may want you to think about your actions or think about your behavior or something like that. Like, I'm going to be honest with you. It doesn't even, I'm sorry, Pisces. I know that sounds so negative, but it's almost like this person doesn't even want like contact with you or something like that. Why? What's the 5 of Cups? The 2, some kind of misunderstanding or some kind of disconnect that you two had. Or maybe it's about like, maybe this is a friend or something, and it's about like a relationship that you're in. And they're like, I just can't get involved in that mess or something like that. Does this person trust Pisces? High Priestess. I think to a point, but they also feel like they really need to listen to their intuition when it comes to you. There's something weird about that. What's the guidance? Emerging dawn, trust that every ending is another beginning, coming in disguise, and then Uranus. This is about radical change, Pisces, that you're needing to take or you're needing to break free from, okay? What's the change? The 9 of Swords. Something about you being in your head, or something about paranoia, or being overly suspicious, or like the 9 of Swords is somebody who projects a false reality into their future, usually because of past things, right? And sometimes that's just pattern recognition, but the 9 of Swords is not that. The 9 of Swords is like, we are really just projecting things that don't. So something about your mindset is saying needs to change. Anyway, I'm not going to stick on that too long. That was a weird reading. The readings are getting a little strange. After Sagittarius, I feel like they got a little weird. Okay. All right. Okay. Aries. Okay. Oh no, love apples. My mom's a Pisces moon at 1 degrees. All right, let's see. Aries, let's see who's thinking about you. The 10 of Cups could be somebody that you're already with or somebody you're already dating, or it could be a family member or just somebody that you have, you feel very comfortable around. There's a very strong emotional connection that you and this person may have. Yeah, Ace of Cups. Wow. Wow. Virgo or Gemini, maybe. 10 of Cups, Ace of Cups, the Magician. Emotional intelligence. This is somebody who is highly emotionally intelligent. They know what's what. They know what they have to offer. This person is likely in love with you, or they're wanting to offer you something. This person seems to either already be in a very loving relationship with you, or that's what they want. That's what they aspire to have. They feel like they got it, baby. You know, this is somebody very confident with what they can offer you and what they have to offer you and what they can also receive from you. Not in a nasty way or anything like that. Not in like a bad way, a really positive way. This person feels quite fulfilled in your presence or being with you or whatever. It's like they don't ever want that to stop. You know, the Ace of Cups is overflowing. It's an abundance of love and care and nurturing and all of these things. I mean, this is a very emotionally intelligent person. Like if you're dealing with a stone cold idiot, like this is not it. I mean, maybe it's reversed and maybe this is just you, but I mean, this is gorgeous energy. I don't even want to clarify anything else. But I digress. Wow. Aries. They think about you in your own court card. Somebody who doesn't care what other people think, a leader, somebody sexy, stunning, gorgeous, handsome, whatever the case is. You walk into a room, everybody looks. This person is very sexually, emotionally, and mentally attracted to you. Wow. The Queen of Pentacles on top of that. Damn, babe. This person feels like you're a wife. Like you're a wife or you're a husband or you're somebody who they feel like they can genuinely commit to. Like this isn't just like a ride in the hay kind of thing. No, this is somebody who I think this person really thinks the world of you. I mean, you have to think, right? 4 queens equal an empress. So it's like this person feels like you're going places. This person thinks you're going places and they want to go with you, you know? 10 of Swords reverse. They feel like you've had the shit beat out of you by life and you just keep showing up. You take one on the chin, you get back up. You know, for some of you, maybe you've had an ending with this person at some point, but they're like, they want to get over that. They feel like you're over it or something. Tell me about that 10 of Swords reverse. Yeah, 5 of Wands reverse. You're over it. You don't want the drama. Like this is very sovereign. I don't use that word very often, but this is very sovereign. I'm afraid to keep going because I just feel like someone's going to disappoint me. What does this person want from Aries? Oh, damn, dude. The King of Cups, honestly, damn. This person doesn't even want to ask you for something. This person just wants to give. Like they want to give you the space, because one of the queens that's missing. So we have the Queen of Wands, great. You have the fire, you have the energy, you have the leadership, you have the capabilities, right? The I don't give a fuck attitude. You also have the Queen of Pentacles, which is like you can build something from the ground up. You're incredibly resourceful, right? But what they want from you is the King of Cups. They want you to get soft. You know what I'm saying? They want to play with you like Play-Doh in their hands, not in a bad way. But this is somebody who may feel like they have a hard time getting that out of you, for you to be vulnerable and squishy and feminine or whatever it is, because they want you to lean on them. Even though you're like, no, I'm not fucking doing that, or like, or whatever, right? Like, I feel like you're a little saucy with this person, but they're like, just, you know, just lay it on me, Aries. But they feel like you're not about that, you know, or something like that. This is definitely a masculine, in my opinion. Okay. A masculine can still be a woman, but it's somebody with very strong, like, masculine energy, but also like just very, they got a little squish themselves. You know what I'm saying? That's beautiful. Damn, you guys got the best reading. Flame of courage. Ignite the flame of courage, lighting the path of bravery amidst shadows of fear. Are you listen, if you came to this show for the Aries reading and you're like, no, wait, Violetta, this person's a piece of shit, this is not your reading, baby. It's not your reading. Okay. This is asking you to grow the fuck up. No, I'm just kidding. It's asking you to be courageous enough to take initiative, South Node reversed, take initiative and let go of some level of fear that you have around letting this person see you naked, metaphorically. Okay. Damn, best reading. Best reading. Love that. If it wasn't for the Three of Pentacles reversed, the Temperance reversed, 10 out of 10. I would say that was like a 8.5, 9 out of 10. That was a good reading, baby. All right. Let me just shuffle really quick. Thanks, Wowzer. Thanks, Kenneth. Kenneth, actually, can you, when you do that, can you just put the Instagram link instead? Because I don't really post on the YouTube too much, although I need to. I've been having an issue with like long form videos. You don't mind. Oh, that's what's up, Deb. What's up, Casey? All right. Last one of the day, and then we're going to move into super chat questions. 2 more shuffles. Well, I like YouTube for my poetry channel. Like, don't get me wrong. But I got in a little bit of a funk there for a couple of months. I was having a lot of health issues, and like, I just didn't feel like filming things, and I don't know, it just got a little weird. So I started doing Instagram. I really like Instagram for my poetry platform. That's my favorite. It doesn't mean I'm still gonna post on not Hipsy. I mean, I am, but on a YouTube for my poetry. But I love my Instagram for my poetry more than anything. All right. Taurus. All All right. All right, Taurus, let's see who's thinking about you. Ooh, wrong deck. Damn, I got excited. Wah, wah. Three of Swords reversed. The Page of Wands reversed. Could be an Aries, Leo, or a Sag. Doesn't have to be. And the Lovers. Wow, you still got the Lovers. This was the first card to pop out, and I was like, yay, but it was the wrong deck. Okay. Okay. What's the Three of Swords reversed about? The Seven of Pentacles reversed. Oh, tell me about the Page of Wands reversed. Why is it reversed? The Hierophant. Oh, wow. Okay. That's deep. This is somebody that is feeling some level of pain around you, around the connection. They may feel like either they wasted your time or their time has been wasted, or, okay, no, I heard no, that is not the case. They don't feel like they wasted their time. Okay. This person feels like you have lost your patience with them. And they're having a hard time being confident reaching out with that Page of Wands reversed. Because they either A, feel like you're in another relationship, or they feel like you don't want to be in one with them. But this person with that Lover's energy, this is somebody who truly loves you, cares about you, would commit to you, things like this. I feel like they may want something more traditional with that Hierophant there, but they may feel like you don't really want that, or I heard bad news bears. What the fuck? What did I hear? Bad news. The Star. This person seems to be having a hard time with hope and connecting with you. They're still not over it, because this is somebody who feels like they invested a lot of time or energy or money or something like that, and then like something just didn't work out, or someone caused someone else a lot of pain, or the both of you did, or whatever, and now they're feeling very discouraged around trying to initiate some level of relationship with you, and trying to, because I think what they want is this. I think that they want a true and honest to God relationship. I think that they want genuine commitment. What does this person think of Taurus? Two of Swords reversed, Page of Pentacles reversed, the Chariot reversed. They feel like you've made a decision to not take action or to pull away some kind of effort that you were initially giving or initiating. They feel like you are not moving towards this at all. Why the Chariot reversed? Because I knew it. Because I knew it. They think that you have some level of fear around the connection, or you don't trust this, or you don't trust yourself enough to listen to your intuition when it comes to this, something like that. This is likely a connection for you that felt quite life altering. This is likely somebody you have connected with that feels like something more than just a partner or a lover or whatever. Thanks, Kenneth. What's up, Cassie? Okay. But they feel like you have made a definitive decision to not put any effort towards this because of fear. Because something is unsettling to you. What this person wants from you, Seven of Wands reversed. They want you to let your guard down, stop feeling like you need to defend yourself, or be defensive, or be like overly protective of yourself. Four of Swords. The Tower reversed. They don't want you to let this go. Does this person have good intentions? The Three of Cups. I think this person has good intentions. Okay. Because I do think that they want you to heal. Bad news bears, the Star. I heard that, and then the Star, and then I see the Four of Swords for what they want from you. They want you to heal something. And they feel like something in your past or even something in the connection has caused you a great discomfort or even trauma, something like that. And they're wanting you to feel like you can put down your sword, basically. They're wanting you to put down your sword. They don't have bad intentions from what I can see. I asked if they had bad intentions, and I have the Three of Cups. You know, even if this person just wants to be your friend or whatever it is, but I don't feel like it could ever stay there, not with that Hierophant and that Lovers. Okay. But they don't want you to let go of this. Oh, okay. Embrace the unknown, Taurus. Venture into the mystery with an open heart, welcoming the lessons hidden in uncertainty. Okay. And then Virgo. Maybe you're dealing with a Virgo or you have Virgo placements. I think healing is important. You know, Virgo is very much known and has associations with the sixth house, which can be like the house of illness, if I'm being honest with you. This is like where we need to focus on our gym routine. We need to focus on our health and our wellness and our habits and all of these things. And so I feel like for a lot of you, that's where your focus needs to be. I do think that you're needing to heal with certain things, Taurus. And okay. And like, don't be afraid of what you don't know. It's asking you to embrace what you don't know. Like, welcome, try to open your heart if you can, you know, and welcome the lessons, even when you don't understand them in the moment, or the lessons that await you, you know, things like that. Because there seems to be like maybe a little bit of fear here. Okay. So that's what I have for you, Taurus. Thank you. All right, you guys, it is now time to answer super chat questions. I am going to use the restroom. And then I will be back here. I'm probably also going to make a cup of coffee. Okay. Definitely going to make a cup of coffee. Right. What's up, Tay? Oh, are you a Taurus rising like me? I think we talked about that before, didn't we? All right. All right, guys, you can get in your last minute questions if you'd like. Beep, 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 beep. Cool. You're welcome, love apples. All right, BRB, guys. Actually, can anyone even, okay. All right, not so bad, right, guys? Oops. Not so bad, right, guys? All right, BRB. Oh, no, Faye, I'm sorry. Honestly, though, same as a Taurus rising, Taurus moon. I get it. Okay. I'll just grab this. Excuse me. Valeria, what are you doing? What are you even doing on the desk? Did you want to come say hi to people? Oh, thanks, SJ. Or thanks, SJ. Really appreciate that. Okay. Did you guys see Valeria come up here and just get on my desk? Okay. Ah, Lori. Stop it. Keep going. Thanks. All right. Also, you guys, for the very few of you that are left here, I have a question for you. Those meditative readings, they have been requested, but they don't seem to be doing well, you know? So I'm kind of wondering if I should just stop doing those or if I should just make it for members only. Absolutely, SJ. Thank you. I don't know what I should do about those because they're just not doing well. You know, I'm like, should I just make them like a members only thing for people that actually like give a shit, or I don't know what to do about that. SJ, I love that. I love that you use the right terminology. True fan. What's up, Jamie? I'm so sorry I didn't even see you. Do as you are called. Well, I asked the tarot last night if I should just put it into members, and it gave me the 3 of Wands reversed, which made me feel like, why don't you just chill? Stop getting so frustrated because something isn't happening as fast as you'd like. Oh, wow. Way back when, SJ. God damn. That was a long time ago. Those were the days. They weren't. And I found those readings to be very accurate for me. Okay. All right. Well, I don't know. I'm not sure what to do. Not sure what to do. All right, let's see here. God, I got to get my eyebrows done, girl. I want to get, I so much want to get, what is it called? Not microneedling, although I need that. Where they like kind of tattoo on your eyebrows, but they make it look so natural. I really need that. I really want to do that, but God, that must hurt so bad. That sounds like it hurts so bad. Ugh. No, like you basically tattooing your forehead. No thanks. You know, holy shit. All right, guys. So we have super chatter number 1. Okay. Is she in the wrong field? Just yes or no? Yes. Well, I don't want to say it's necessarily that you're in the wrong field, because that 6 of Pentacles is, there's an equal exchange, or there's an equal give and take. Why isn't she feeling it anymore at the Death reversed? I think that you probably feel like you're just clinging on to something that you know, or that you're very used to, okay? And you may be afraid of some change. And that could really be where it's coming from. I think that there are other opportunities out there for you with that Six of Pentacles and the Eight of Wands. You know, sometimes I can feel like that about tarot, right? Sometimes I can feel like maybe if I'm not, you know, getting enough views during a certain time, or maybe if I'm not getting the money that I want to get or making the money that I'm making, I think that I lose my passion for it. But you have to ask, if you're truly passionate about something, like you have true passion for it, you would do it for free. You know what I'm saying? You would still, or maybe you wouldn't do it for free, but you would still practice it in some way, right? And I realized it's not that I don't have a passion for tarot. I'm just associating the tarot with money or views, you know, but I still love tarot. Like I love tarot regardless. So it's like you really have to ask yourself that. So I don't think it's necessarily that you're in the wrong field. I think it's just that there's a little bit of a fear of change, which is very natural, especially if you have a lot of fixed placements. But I think that you should learn something new or some kind of new skill. The Lovers is the kind of career or field that you may like. Well, the Lovers can be about relationships. Maybe it's a relationship counselor. Maybe it's where you work one-on-one with others, okay? Like for me, right, with my tarot business, sometimes I get clients and they call in or they text in and we have, you know, a relationship. We build a relationship and I help them, and you know, and that's a lot of that is how I make my money, is through my one-on-one relationships with people. So maybe that's what you need. Maybe you feel like you need a more intimate environment. Maybe it could be the Lovers is Gemini, which is ruled by Mercury. Maybe it's something in regards to writing or communications, you know, something analytical, something in regards to teaching, or again, I'm wondering if there's something that you're needing to learn or learn a new skill. Okay. So I don't think it's necessarily that you're in the wrong career. You just need to ask like why you're doing it. And if this is something that you would still do in your free time. If it's something that you would still do in your free time, then it may just be that things are slow right now, or it's just the market. And it's not that you've lost patience for it. It's just that you have mixed the coffee with the cream. You know what I'm saying? So you have identified this line of work with money. And so when the money's not there, you're like, I don't want to do it anymore because the money's not there. So you know what I'm saying? I hope that makes sense. Okay. Thank you, darling. It is always great to see you in my chat. Now we're moving on to Super Chatter number 2. Hey, Super Chatter number 2. How you doing, girl? All right, let's see. All right, let me see. No, I think he's with another man. I'm not saying it's like that. I don't think this person is playing games with you. I don't know who this is. I don't know who this Emperor is. I don't know if it's him. I don't know if this is for work. I don't know if he went on a trip with a guy. I'm not seeing anything about a woman here. Not really. It seems like it's something that he has to do. It's some kind of obligation. I'm not seeing anything, or it's with another masculine. Something like, I'm not seeing a woman though. Thank you so much, number 2. Number 3. Okay. So let's see, number 3, if you guys are going to rekindle this. King of Cups. Yes, I think so. I think that that's what he wants. You know, I think this person is very much in love with you, even though he may not say it all the time, or he may not express it in the way that you'd like. I think that he still loves you. I don't think that that love's going anywhere anytime soon. But I think with that Page of Cups reverse, there could be a little bit of a fear of vulnerability. Or maybe there's an apology that's needed and, you know, we're not really doing that. Or maybe somebody here is kind of playing the victim card, or maybe there's just some kind of delay in regards to expressing emotion. But the Moon reversed, I feel like things are going to be said. Things are going to be spoken. Fears are going to be released. think fears are going to be exposed. You know, we're kind of seeing the light of day here. I don't think that this is over at all. Not at all. These are probably some cards that maybe they're not 100% ideal, but that King of Cups and that Moon reverse is pretty telling. That I think is very ideal. What's that? Why is that Page of Cups reversed? The 10 of Pentacles reversed. So there was clearly the breakup. 10 of Pentacles reversed is right there. Things could have been said, handled very immaturely. That could be what the fear is. Okay. Somebody maybe, again, feeling like a victim or something like that. But it's really about maturity at the end of the day. And I think he's going to be mature enough to say something or release some level of fear. Because that Page of Cups is reversed because of the breakup. What's his next actions towards her for the rest of this month? The Fool. Okay, that's good. The Queen of Cups reversed. So he may try to kind of have a new start with you, although I like that the King and the Queen of Cups is here, but that Queen of Cups reverse tells me that maybe there's a lack of trust or something may have made you feel uneasy, and it seems like he is trying to break you both free of that in some way, okay? So your advice is trust yourself. Let your intuition be the compass that leads you through murky waters. So don't ignore what your intuition is telling you or what your gut is telling you, whether it's a positive or a negative, okay? Especially around Mars. Mars can be somebody who is impulsive or aggressive or too assertive or just masculine energy in general. I feel like this may be telling you to make sure that you stand your ground as well. If you feel like you need to defend yourself or you need to stand on business or stick up for yourself in some way, make sure that you do that, okay? So if he tries to, I'm not saying he's going to do this, but if you guys get back together and he says like a little passive-aggressive remark under his breath or something, call it out. It doesn't mean that you got to punch him in the face, but call it out. Don't punch him in the face. Okay, obviously. Sorry, I can be a little extreme. Okay, let me get a sip of my coffee. Okay. Good luck. Thank you, number 3. Number 4. Okay. Best action to take. Don't let shit slide. Don't let shit slide. And don't make things hard on yourself by accepting certain behaviors that deeply unsettles your spirit and your soul. No problem, Lori. It's all good. I understand. It's a work day. And don't sit there and take all the responsibility for something, especially when he probably owes you an apology or owes some level of explanation. Okay? Period. Time frame. The Empress. Likely Taurus season. Okay, so likely Taurus season. Give me one more for the advice on this. The 4 of Wands. Okay. If he's wanting some kind of relationship or something like that, again, I think that there's some responsibility that is needed, that needs to be taken. Not only that, but there's a lot of unresolved issues that I don't think should just be swept under the carpet. Now we're holding hands and we're having fun. No, because those issues are just going to come back up. So you can be welcoming and all of these things, but I don't think that you need to let shit slide. Okay. Especially if he did something or didn't do something. Thank you, number 4. Number 5. Okay. Why is this person not communicating with you? Let me see. He feels like you have a lot of insecurities that are very unhealed. Whether this is true or not, he feels like you have some insecurities that are unhealed, that he feels like he can't share certain things with you because you will freak out on him, or you will get angry with him, or you will become very critical or something like that. 7 of Swords reversed. He may have a guilty conscience, and he may be, if he has a guilty conscience about something, it can be, that's why he's not wanting to communicate. Okay. Unless he thinks that you're guilty about something. What's that 7 of Swords reversed? Yeah, somebody did something here. Somebody did something wrong. Someone was immoral or did something wrong. Okay. That's why. I feel like he lied about something. I'm going to be honest with you. Number 5, I think he's talking to somebody. Page of Swords, 6 of Cups, somebody from his past, in my opinion. Who is this person? The Ace of Pentacles. Could be a new start with someone from the past, or he's trying to. What's the Ace of Swords reversed about? The Tower reversed. He's not communicating with you because he's trying to avoid a shit show, basically. And he thinks that communicating to you or telling you the truth about something is going to cause a shit show. And he feels like he may have done something to you, or even if it was just like not communicating or whatever it is. And he feels like you're going to basically read him the riot act, whether that's true or not. Are they going to have a reunion soon? The 8 of Pentacles, the Knight of Cups reversed, and the 10 of Swords. It's like, I think you guys get back on this train of trying to work on it, and then either you get jealous or you get upset or you get moody, or he ends up, manipulating you in some way, and then things end again, or just things end in general with that 10 of Swords. So like, yeah, but then like, no, it's, we're putting in the effort, we're trying to work on it. And then our feelings get involved in a very toxic way. And then shit ends like in a toxic way. Okay. So let's see what your advice is. Manifest the new, embrace change and envision desires, allowing the universe to align with your intentions. And then Earth. So like, what do you want? Like what, not like, oh, I want this person to come. What do you really want? What do you really want long term? Not what you want right now. Right now I may want a candy bar, but long term, I know that I don't want my legs to jiggle for a week or whatever, whatever the thing is. So like, you have to act in accordance with those long-term desires and that future that you want for yourself. So if you are saying, oh, I really want, just an example. I really want a healthy lifestyle, and I really want a healthy and fit body, something that I like. I want to be sober. I want these things. But then you go to the bar, and that's where you're trying to pick people up at, or that's where you're trying to meet somebody. Long term, probably not going to work. You know what I'm saying? So what are your intentions? What are your intentions long term? And then ground that into reality and act on those things. And sometimes this means that that's going to take a while. So you can either settle or you can get what you really want by acting in accordance to those desires. Okay? All right. Thank you, baby. Good luck. Number 5. It's always nice to see you. What's up, Kmar? I hope I said that right. All right, number 6. All right, let's see. Is she attracting anyone to her right now? Judgment reversed. 7 of Wands reversed. Does she have any secret admirers? Okay. As far as if you're attracting anyone right now, I feel like people are misjudging your situation. Okay. I think that people are misjudging you, perhaps, with that judgment reversed and the 7 of Wands reversed. And people are either too intimidated, or they may feel like you don't have good boundaries and that's unattractive, or people could feel like there's a lot of people that want you and they don't really feel like competing. Okay, that could be it as well. To be honest, I feel like these are little boys. A little bit, okay? Like, these are not people who are going to step up to the challenge. Like, this is somebody who will avoid accountability, be too much of a coward, these kinds of things. And as far as if you have a secret admirer, didn't you get this Queen of Wands reversed last time? I think you, have somebody who is jealous of you, okay? And that's your secret admirer. It's somebody who's jealous of you, because people who are jealous of you, you have something that they want, they admire you. They just decide to let it manifest in an ugly way, okay? I also think that there's somebody here, they could be a fire sign, where they could just not really be confident to approach you. It may be a female, maybe a woman, maybe a girl, whatever. Okay, that may be kind of testing the waters, but if you're straight, then it doesn't really matter. You know what I mean? Okay. I don't know. It's not looking too hot right now. Doesn't mean it won't, But right now, I'm not really. Number 7. I'm sorry, number 7. If I'm going to be honest with you, it doesn't get easier. It only gets better once you know your worth and you have proper boundaries. Saying that as someone who's 39, just, you know what I mean? I know that sounds shitty, but I'm just being honest with you. Okay. Let's see why this person comes back later. Because a woman breaks his heart. Somebody else breaks his heart. He may come running back to you, to be honest. And this girl or this woman, whoever it is, that Queen of Swords, is somebody who's being very fair with what she's saying and how she's responding or reacting to this person. Okay. So I think that she is probably going to hurt his ego. bad. Number 8. Oh my God, I love you. Okay. You don't need to apologize. I appreciate you feeling safe enough with me to give me that information, number 8. What I want to say with that is the people that you are choosing, they are likely choosing you because you are choosing them over you. Okay. So let me say that one more time. The people that are choosing you are likely choosing you because you are choosing them over you. When you start choosing yourself, things get a lot easier. Once you start feeling bad for a man, okay, like men that are like this, that is the beginning of your misfortune. This is not about your looks. This is not about your physical body. This is about how you feel about you. The way that I became truly confident, okay? Now, I'm not truly confident. I'm not 100% confident, okay? Like nobody ever truly is. Sometimes you got to fake it, right? But I will say this. I am just like you in a lot of ways, okay? And when I got more confident, or what helped me with my confidence, is by choosing myself, is by saying, I don't want that. No, thank you. The low hanging fruit, the people who are choosing you as second best. Nope, no, thank you. People who are offering you less than what you're worth. No, thank you. Just start doing that. And by action, by making these choices, that's what's going to give you the confidence, right? So imagine that you really want a better body, okay? And you're like, God, I really wish I could look like those girls, or gee, I wish I could have better legs, or whatever. It's like the only way that you're really going to be able to do that is by making the decision to do so. You know what I mean? It's your decisions, it's your actions. I really want you to read an article I wrote. It is called The Hostess. And it is about that. I'm going to send it to you on Hipsy because I think that it would help you. I'm going to write this down as a note. Okay. I think it's on www.wheredeadflowersbloom. I'm pretty sure it's on wheredeadflowersbloom.com. Okay. Pretty sure. I'm going to send it to you just in case, but I'm pretty sure it's on my writing website. Okay. But I did write down a little note here so I could remember. But I promise you, it's the boundaries and what you're willing to accept and what you're not willing to accept is really what's going to raise your confidence, not like putting on more makeup and stuff like that. Because men that are choosing you for that, that's what they're looking for. They're looking for something superficial, a lot of them. You know, it's kind of like that saying, women sleep with who they want to, men sleep with who they can. You know, you hold a lot more power than you think that you do. And make these motherfuckers work for it, babe. Make them work. Put them to work. Don't sell yourself short. Okay. Now I'm going to pull 2 cards for you. Told you, be selfish. 9 of Cups. 2 of Cups, 9 of Cups. You got to be a little selfish. You got to think about it, right? Women are we are taught at a very young age, right, to care for our brothers and our sisters and, you know, be empathic. Think about what other people are thinking about you, about others, about, right? And so we're built in this very hyper vigilant, you know, life where we're worried about everybody else except for ourselves. And that is the specific programming. That's why, like, you see, you know, and I don't want to bring the Bible into it, but, you know, a woman is a lot of the times seen categorized by how worthy she is to a man by how much she suffers for him, right? How much she gives. That's not feminine energy per se. Feminine energy receives and then it multiplies. So if you bring a woman chaos, she's going to bring you a fucking tower moment. You know, if you bring a woman some love, you're going to get that 10 times. So, now you have to decide what you're receiving and whether or not it's worthy of your time. Is this something that you want to receive? Because you can absolutely say no. Do I want to bring that into my life, into my body, into my mind, into my heart, into my soul, and then have that multiplied? No thanks. Right? And then sometimes if you feel like yes, then great, you know, but be selfish. Be selfish. What do you want? People should earn a place in your life, friends or otherwise. People should earn and maintain that place in your life. Okay. All right. I don't know how that bitch was able to fucking comment because she's already hidden on my channel. What's up, Katie? Oh, thanks, NY Greek. Valentino, what are you talking about? What are you talking about? Fuck. All right, great. I just bro high, right? Like, what are you talking about, dude? All right, number 9. Kinez, watch him. Oh my. All right. Let's see. Let's see what happened. Why? Girl, is he in another relationship? Five of Cups, King of Pentacles. He didn't reach out because he regrets something that he did around the King of Pentacles regarding potentially a relationship. The Devil reversed. Part of it was because he was traveling. Why is that Five of Cups there? The Knight of Wands reversed. Girl, I think that there's somebody else in the picture. I don't know if it's an ex. It's definitely somebody that he has history with. And there was some kind of level of awareness around what he did. And he regretted something. That Knight of Wands reverse is very telling. It's somebody who's inconsistent, a player, things like this. And that's something that he ended up regretting. That King of Pentacles can be somebody who's in a relationship. And the Devil reverse is an awareness around something toxic, around something that he did, around some level of fears. You know, there could have been something that he was hiding from you that was a little dark. What's that Devil reversed? Seven of Pentacles reversed. If there has already been like intimacy between the two of you, he could have used you for that. Okay. He could have been like future faking or invested to get something out of you. Because somebody made him regret something, like something that he was doing, or he ended up doing something behind your back that he's not proud of as well. But I feel like it's another relationship or somebody from his past. And he had to end up like kind of owning up to something, I feel. Because there was some level of closure or a new beginning, like a passion, a new beginning that he may have had. I also think that there's some level of like growing up he was doing, because he definitely did something he regrets that he can't really take back. And he could have also been missing somebody and been trying to fill the void by, I don't know, taking you out on dates, messing with someone else. Okay. Will he come back? Yes. He's going to, he's either going to A, friend zone you with that Three of Cups, Four of Cups reverse, or he's going to try to get himself out of a sticky situation with you by trying to reach out, come back together. Like, you know, can we get out of this sticky situation? Or like maybe trying to make it up to you in some kind of way. Will it be worth it? No. Knight of Pentacles reversed, Two of Swords. No. I think there's going to be a lot of avoidance. I think that you may end up having a hard time like seeing the truth of a situation. You're really going to feel like it's not actually going anywhere. You could feel like things are taking too long or too slow or kind of all over the place. Again, like a very in and out energy. So pay attention to the details, baby. I would pay attention to the details. Trust the process, embrace uncertainty, have faith in the journey unfolding before you. There's a lesson, there's something here that you're supposed to learn. And it can be in regards to communication, insight, seeing through or reading between the lines, communication, okay? But pay attention to the details. Like, something's going to click, okay? Because he definitely regretted doing something irresponsible. Okay. And it was like it was something that he did on impulse. He did something impulsively that he shouldn't have done. And the Knight of Wands reverse can be like the player. And why does he feel bad about it? Because of the King of Pentacles, because he wasn't being responsible, or he had another commitment. And there's some kind of fear or awareness around wasting another person's time or investing just for selfish reasons, things like this. And so he had to come to terms with something and own up to something. I feel like with that world, because the world is Saturn, right? Saturn can be like karma. Okay. And the Wheel of Fortune, you know, the law of life. That's weird, girl. Good luck. Let me know how it goes if you ever get a chance, because I'm invested. I'm invested, girl. I'm invested. Good luck, baby. Thank you. Damn, that was some Days of Our Lives stuff. All right. Okay. Okay, now moving on to number 10, general. Okay, let's see. You're going to get a message with that Page of Wands. Okay. Could be coming from a distance. Four of Pentacles. What is this about? The Ace of Cups. Somebody's trying to give you something. Ace of Cups can be a love offer. It can be, you know, a friendship offer, an offer of some kind of creative collaboration, something like that. Somebody here can be feeling a little bit too big for their britches, or you can be feeling that way. I don't think that this is somebody who has bad intent. I just don't think that they may not have some kind of follow through. So for instance, you get a message from somebody and they're just kind of like not dangling a carrot. It's not like that. They're trying to test the waters is what it feels like to me. But then something is kind of delayed. Like, I don't know if it's like a trip or the conversation kind of falls short a little bit because of some level of fear that this person has. There can also be some kind of delayed trip or communication or collaboration, maybe because of finances or something to do with delayed travel, something like that. Okay, so it depends on your personal situation. But it's initially good, but then it's like taking a long time to get off the ground, or something is stalled because of finances or because somebody's afraid to take a chance. This is asking you to keep your boundaries pretty high. You know, you could feel like you're at the end of kind of like this battle in your life, or you're right on the precipice of reaching some kind of milestone. I would say that you're right, especially with that Nine of Wands energy there, the Chariot reversed, and the Two of Pentacles. Make sure you have your finances in order. Make sure that you have your priorities straight as well. There's something about travel delays. There could be something in regards to a car, some kind of travel delay, something like that. I think you're needing to abandon something. Okay. This could be something that feels forced, something that feels like it's not really going anywhere. Like, let's say, this is just an example. Okay. Let's say that you got a new job or something like that. Okay. And like, you really need this car to commute to this job, but it's just like shit in the bed. It's not working anymore. It's saying, dude, you just got to let it go. You just got to let it go. Or maybe it's a person, maybe it's whatever, but it's something that is costing you more than it's worth, in my opinion. And I don't know if that's like a relationship or what, but your boundaries need to be pretty high here. It's telling you to make practical decisions with something. Okay. The Hangman. Yeah, there's something that you're needing to drop. Like something is costing you too much. Like something is costing you too much energy, time, money, something like that. Like something in your life has to be sacrificed for you to win or for you to come out on top. Okay. So like, let's come up with a really lame example. Let's say that you're trying to save up money or something like that, or you're trying to save up money for a car, right? Let's say that that's what it is. But you have all these little insignificant subscriptions that you don't even use. You have a gym membership that you don't even use anymore. It's like, okay, what can we let go of so we can get to this point? All right. So again, whether that's finances, whether that is relationships, whatever it may be. Embrace solitude. Reflect deeply for survival. Keep your mind open as answers reveal lessons in the quiet of introspection. And then you have the moon. You need to take some time out for yourself. Okay. And I don't know what that's going to look like for you. This is very much about taking care of your own emotional needs and nurturing yourself. And you're needing to be alone. Like, I don't know if you just have a lot of chaos in your life, or maybe there are certain people that are just kind of like energy vampires or something. But there's like this says, reflect deeply for survival. Like there's something that you need to intuitively trust, that you need to separate yourself from, or in regards to making certain, and this is for like your survival in some kind of way, to like live a good life or whatever it may be. Okay. Thank you, number 10. All righty. Number 11. Okay. All right, let's see what's blocking this person. She's either going through a death in the family, or she's going through some very dark change in her life. Okay, this could be some kind of inner transformation. Ace of Wands reverse. She's kind of like just lacking passion in her life in some way, or she feels like there's a lot of delays. If I'm going to be honest with you, it kind of feels like a kick to the ego a little bit. Because you think about the death reversed, right? Like if you look at the death card in traditional Rider-Waite Tarot, you're going to see that a king is like begging, right? The king is like begging death, because the king is basically being dethroned, okay, for somebody else to take his place. Okay, and so it can be a little bit of a kick to the ego, but it's necessary for one's growth. And so while I'm not saying that she's being dethroned, there's something in her life that is trying to transform and trying to humble her a little bit for some reason. Like something can feel very humbling in her life, and she's not really like feeling herself, you know? Like, for instance, me, when I'm feeling ugly or like I haven't worked out for a while, or I'm just like, oh, I'm not, money's not too good or whatever. Like, I don't want to go fuck somebody or like, or like go date somebody or whatever. Like, no, I'm not going to be feeling myself. I'm going to be like thinking about how I look the entire time, or like whatever it is. You know what I'm saying? Let's see here. The Three of Pentacles reverse. My goodness. It can be something in regards to work, or there's some kind of collaboration that didn't work out, or somebody that she just doesn't really feel appreciated by. And that's what's kind of killing her a little bit. Now, that's in her own personal life. In regards to you, let's see if she feels like you're doing something that is not really allowing her to open up. Okay. Four of Swords. Two of Wands reversed. I'm getting like she thinks you're nervous. Yeah, King of Wands reversed. So I love you. Okay, you know that I do. And this doesn't necessarily mean it's true, but it's her feelings. So they're her truth, okay? She feels like either A, you're healing, or there's some level of indifference, or quite frankly, indecision in regards to where you're taking the relationship or how you lead as a man, to be honest. Okay, because the King of Wands in the upright is a leader, is super confident, is very attracted, right? The King of Wands reversed, opposite, right? So she may think that you're not interested because you're not pursuing in the way that she wants, right? Maybe you're pursuing the way that you would normally pursue anybody, but if that's not her love language, or that's not how she's wanting to be approached or whatever it is, she could be like, oh, he doesn't really, he doesn't really like me, or whatever it is. So she feels like you're on the fence about something, or there's even some level of indifference, but she could feel like that's actually coming from some level of insecurity from you. Okay. So now that she feels like you're nervous or you're insecure about something, she's not going to be secure about it. She's not going to be confident in this if she doesn't feel like you are. So I think she's looking for somebody to lead or something like that. Or she's looking for somebody to lead the connection in the right direction, because she feels like there's a comfort zone that you're not really willing to come out of. Like she feels like you're a little held back, or you're not being your full self or something like that. And so that's kind of making her maybe a little, she doesn't really trust it. So now I'm not saying that this is you, okay? Obviously, like take it as it resonates, okay? But it reminds me of how my daughter is with my cat. So you know how cats are, right? But my daughter, she gets nervous around my cat. And so my cat isn't really gonna doesn't feel nervous around my other daughter, because my other daughter doesn't really give a shit. My youngest daughter is very, very confident around the cat. She doesn't care, she'll pick up the cat and whatever. But my oldest daughter is a little apprehensive. She's like, oh, is she going to be pissed if I do this? Is she going to, so my cat is like, dude, what the fuck is this girl's problem? You know what I mean? And so she finds herself kind of running away from her a lot, So while I'm not saying you're like a scared little girl petting a cat, do you see what I'm saying? It's just an energy exchange. So I think when she feels like you're fully confident, or you're willing to come out of your comfort zone, you're willing to, whatever, then she'll be more comfortable. So this doesn't necessarily, again, doesn't mean it's true. This is just her perspective. Okay. So this doesn't mean it's true. This doesn't mean this is who you are. This doesn't mean this is how you are, or whatever. This is her perspective. Okay. Because there's a little bit of, Four of Swords is a very isolating kind of energy, or it's a very enclosed kind of space, right? And this is because I asked, what is number 11 doing to potentially cause her not to really, yeah, I don't know. And why. That's just how she feels. I don't know. Okay. I don't know, babe. The next 3 months, what it looks like for your relationship with her. Page of Pentacles reversed. 8 of Swords. The High Priestess. I mean, I think there's attraction here, whatever, but it's like we're not really going anywhere. Things just seem very delayed. We're just stuck kind of where we've been. I don't know. I don't really. What's your advice? Labyrinth of choices. Chart your course through the perplexing labyrinth of choices, embracing each turn as part of your complex journey. So this is about making the right choices. Libra reversed. No one to hold them, no one to fold them. You know what I'm saying? Like Libra reversed, it can be passive aggressive or it can be too passive. Okay, because you got to think, right? Libra is cardinal air. Libra, its shadow side can be a little passive. You know, it can be a little bit too agreeable. You know, it can be a little bit too, well, what can you know? And so there needs to be more of a we, like, is this making me happy? Is this what I want in a relationship? Does this feel fair? Does this feel reciprocal? And it may be asking you to revert to, I don't want to say revert, like it's a bad thing, like focus on the opposite sign of Libra a little bit, which would be an Aries, which would be Aries energy. So which would be kind of like, you know, Aries are the protectors. It's not like they're totally selfish, but this is like choosing you, putting yourself first, being the leader, you know what I'm saying? Taking initiative in your own life. Okay, hopefully we're back. Okay, hopefully we're back. Okay, are we back? Sorry about that. Sorry. Okay. All right, let's move on. Wait, were you able to hear my advice? Okay, yeah. So just like focus on the Aries energy of like taking initiative, focusing on yourself, things like that. I know that's really cliche, but I feel like that's what it's telling you to do. All right. Now we have number 12. Okay. Next actions towards you. The Knight of Swords definitely coming in hot. Some level of communication about what? The Sun. I feel like this person is trying to make you happy or trying to shed light on some kind of situation, trying to be optimistic. 7 of Cups reversed. Yeah, shedding some light on some kind of situation. The 9 of Swords reversed, especially something that maybe he's concerned about. Like, I feel like this is somebody who's letting you into his mind and like the way that he's thinking. I do think he's trying to make you happy, but at the same time, he could be giving you a reality check about something that he perceives as a reality check when really it could just be like a worry that he has. Okay. So it does seem like he has the right mind frame, or he's trying to be, what's the word? I feel like he's trying to be proactive about something. Okay. That's what that looks like to me. Like he's trying to be proactive about something. I don't think he has bad intentions. I feel like he's trying to make a choice from an optimistic perspective, but it seems like he's really concerned about the choice he's making. But I feel like he's trying to bring you some level of happiness or insight. I don't think it's bad intentions. Thank you, number 12. All right, number 13. Oh, I love you too. Okay, let me see here. Okay. Whew, that is Serious shit. Damn, I feel for you. Well, let's see if it's worth it. Nine of Pentacles, Six of Pentacles. You're going to continue to be the independent one, and you're going to continue to be the giver. Nine of Pentacles is self. That is you. And based on what you told me, I'm glad that you told me what you told me, because this makes a lot more sense to me. It might be worth it for her. Okay, is it going to be worth it for number 13 coming from said partner? The Five of Wands reversed, the Eight of Cups. I don't think so. I think you should, Five of Wands reversed and the Eight of Cups. No, I think that this is probably going to end not in the way that you want it to. I think that you will likely have to walk away, or this person is going to. I don't think this is somebody who would necessarily fight for the relationship itself, okay? I think this person fights for it because they're fighting for what they can receive with that Nine of Pentacles and that Six of Pentacles. Like, I want you to, like how you said, I can't shake that feeling. Don't shake that feeling. Trust me. I promise, don't shake that feeling. Okay? I really need you to trust me. I'm not going to lie. And I'm saying this from the cards and the experience that I have had myself. My biggest regret in life is not listening to that feeling, that voice. Always. Okay? And the longer that you climb this ladder while this person tugs at your pants, the harder the fall will be. You know what I'm saying? I really need you to trust me. Trust yourself. Please trust me. Okay, I'm going to leave that there. Number 14. First impression. Ten of Cups reversed and the Magician in the upright. This person thinks that you are very talented, or you have a lot of skills, gifts, abilities, but that Ten of Cups reversed, they may feel like there is some level of sadness, or if you discussed any kind of breakup or family issues, they're kind of associating their impression with you with that conversation. Welcome back, Lori. So if you've had a breakup recently, or you were talking about an ex, or you're talking about a family situation, or you know, what somebody has done to you that made you feel not seen or emotionally unstable or whatever it is, they associate their first impression with that. But this person does feel like you have the power, like you have the power to change whatever it is that you want to change. I think that you are very mentally equipped. Okay. Like there's something about your mind, or the way that you talk, or some kind of talent that you have, or something like that. Do you have a chance? Six of Wands reversed and the Hermit reversed. I'm going to pull one more. Why not? This person is kind of making a head over heart decision, if I'm going to be honest. Is that Six of Wands reversed and the Hermit supposed to be her? Yes. Okay. This person feels like you're going through a bit of a dark night of the soul. I also think that this is somebody who feels like you are deeply intelligent and you have a lot of gifts, but they may feel like you are going through something. Okay. Even if you didn't tell them that, they may feel like there's an undercurrent of like, oh, something's going on there, you know? And I think that that's where they feel like you're at. They feel like you're very intelligent though. Very smart, very talented, very wise, something like that. I kind of want, God damn, I want to do a long reading on this. This looks interesting to me. So yeah, not really, because they're trying to be very logical about something, and they may feel like they see something that maybe you didn't even share with them, or maybe you did, and they're like, yeah, I don't know. They seem to be being very logical about something. Thank you, number 14. All right. God damn, I can't believe how long I've been on this fucking app. Jesus Christ. I can't believe how long I've been on. What's up, Small TV? Thank you. Please just call me V. Thanks. And Merry Christmas to you too. Alrighty. Last shuffle. Okay. Alrighty. Number 15. Okay. Let's see. Who's thinking of you for number 15? 3 of Wands. This person could be at a distance. They could have fire in their chart. This can be somebody who's kind of waiting on you. Somebody who's also pretty confident. I'd say they're fairly confident. They're looking for something. This can be somebody who's quite adventurous as well. What are they thinking about number 15? The Empress. Damn, they think you're the hot shit, baby. They think you're hot shit. They think you're beautiful. They think you're sexy. They think you're creative. Maybe they want you to have their babies or whatever it is. This person, if they're waiting on anybody, girl, it's you. Okay, period. All right, number 16. Oh my God, I'm so sorry. Okay. Okay. The Tower. Once you let some kind of expectation or some kind of shitty foundation, once you just let it fall and just let it go, I feel like things are going to get a lot easier. I think that you're being supported in that. I think that you'll find, instead of, like, for instance, this is just an example, right? Let's say that you always had these, this little group of people that you always really wanted to impress, but they were just never impressed about you. They picked you apart, all of these things. And now you're going to some event tomorrow and they're going to be there. Who cares? You know what I'm saying? It's kind of like once you let that go and be like, I don't really give a shit what these people think about me. Spirit's saying that it will support you in that. You'll be a lot more supported than you think, because there's a chance at rebuilding something. Okay. Yeah, because this King of Cups reversed, I don't know who this is. Some kind of masculine figure who's kind of full of shit a little bit. They withhold love, or they withhold affection or something like that. Like, try to just let that person self-destruct, not in like a bad way, right? I'm not telling you to hurt anybody or anything. Just let them do it to themselves. Like some masculine in your life. I feel like it's telling you that if there's a masculine who's been in your life who has done this to you, or made you feel some kind of way, or really like wrecked your shit, you know, for lack of a better term, they will wreck their own. Okay? Because it's trying to tell you that spirit sees something, and you need to trust that spirit has seen something and they know what to do with it, or something like that. I don't really talk in that kind of terminology. So, see, the star, I'm telling you, have faith. We have Aquarius and Scorpio here, the fixed energies. I heard stick to your guns. I know this is really corny, but there really are better days with that star there. It's telling you to have faith in that. Okay. Because I think, you know, with the star there, the star is like a community of people, or, you know, entities, or whatever, that are trying to help the collective in some kind of way. And I feel like something about that is at play right now, especially with Pluto and Aquarius. But first, something must destruct for something to be rebuilt. And I feel like you are not an exception to that. I feel like that is for you as well. Okay. There's something that you want, or something that you wanted, that you either didn't get or you're not going to get. The Nine of Cups reversed. Okay, so let me put both of these in the upright, right? Well, the star was already in the upright, but both of these are wishes granted. What do you think the bigger wish granted is? Do you think it's a star, or do you think it is the Nine of Cups? Definitely the star. The Nine of Cups showed up in reverse. There's something that you really wanted from maybe an emotional standpoint, or just something you really wished for that you're either not going to get or that you didn't get. And it's telling you that there's something bigger and something way better, something that you could have never imagined. Because you think about the star is Aquarius. Aquarius has associations with the 11th house. This is the big shit. This is like sorry, I'm such a cursor. I'm so sorry. I curse so bad. It's such an ugly habit. But this is like the big stuff, the big dreams, the big wishes, the big goals, the big rewards. This is a great house. That's why Jupiter does great in the 11th house. So there's something bigger, even if you don't see it. And you may feel like, oh, I didn't get this, or this didn't work out, and so like all hope is lost. It's really not. It's really not. Thank you, number 16. And obviously I'm thinking of you. Number 17. Okay. Is this worth fighting for? I feel like to a point. I mean, I think with the Three of Cups, you might end up getting like a decent friendship out of this, you know, but I don't know if it's gonna like be what you want. As far as advice goes, the Queen of Cups. This is asking you if you feel emotionally sane or sound here. Are you truly getting your emotional needs met? Do you feel safe? You know, these are Cancer things. And so you have to really ask yourself, is this really the love of my life? Honestly, you always have to think like, right? So you're a woman, right? If you're a straight woman, for instance, okay, I'm just assuming, okay, but like whatever. If you are a straight feminine energy and you are interested in men, you have to see like something that this person does and be like, my husband would never do that. You know what I mean? Or my husband would. So you have to check that and answer for yourself honestly. Okay. That's really the advice. Number 18. Okay. So what is this person trying to make you feel? This is for the Leo. Indecisive. Two of Pentacles. The Moon reversed. The Four of Wands reversed. It almost feels like this person is trying to break down some kind of barrier or some kind of wall and get you to expose something to him. This person is trying to make you rethink something, rethink a decision, rethink a choice, rethink something that you told him or that you refused to tell him, or not opening up, or he's trying to like make you rethink this. He's trying to make you uncomfortable. He's trying to make you second guess something, is what he's trying to do. Did I really make the right decision? You know, whatever it is. Okay. What should she do about this person? The Five of Cups. No, don't focus on this. Five of Cups. Do something else with your time. Don't focus on this person. Okay. What is the Taurus trying to blah, 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 you know, the thing, trying to make you feel? Second guess a decision. Some kind of choice that you made or that you're making. Two of Swords. See, I told you. Two of Swords. Some kind of choice that you're making. They're both kind of doing the same thing. Look, it's a choice. They're trying to make you second guess a choice that you've made or a choice that you're making. They're trying to make you feel like you did the wrong thing. They're trying to, this person is, the second person is trying to make you pull the wool over your eyes. They're trying to make you feel, they want to make you feel like you misjudged them or misjudged a situation. They're trying to also, but if also I want to say, if this person did something or didn't do something that they were supposed to do or whatever, they're trying to like either gaslight you or they're trying to make you like pull the wool over your eyes. Like they don't want you to see that or something. Okay. What action should she take about this or whatever? The Page of Cups. If you did something, I would apologize. Okay. If you genuinely did something wrong, then I would apologize. Other than that, if this person did something wrong, then in order for them to have access to you, then they should apologize. Okay. But I would keep this light with the Page of Cups. The Page of Cups is very much keeping things light, stay grounded. All pages have an element of earth to them. So staying grounded in your emotions and what you're offering. The Page of Cups is something small. It's there and then it's gone, you know? So it can be like, this is what I have to offer. Don't like it? Okay. Or this is what my expectations are. Can't provide those? Okay. Hurtful events. As you navigate this challenging time, learn to let go of the past so it won't weigh you down. Well, that's self-explanatory. Then you have Aquarius reversed. Okay. Well, if we have Aquarius reversed, I'm kind of thinking about the opposite sign, which is Leo. And you said you were dealing with one. So remember, there's something about the Leo here. This isn't really about the Taurus, in my opinion. The Five of Cups was your advice about the Leo. Don't do anything more with the Leo that's going to put you in further regret or debt. No, I don't think that's right. Put you in further regret or focus on this too much. It's not doing anything for you. It's asking you to let go of this because all it really is weighing you down, and that's all it's really going to continue to do, to be honest. Okay, if you let it. What's her saving grace here? The Ace of Pentacles reverse. If something is not grounded or rooted in reality, you know, you just got to let it go, man. You know what I mean? The seed isn't blooming today. Okay. That's kind of what that's about. All right. Now that I've been on here for 16 hours, I'm getting the hell out of here. Sorry to my wonderful mods. I will try to speed these up a little bit more. I think I need to start doing a timer. I definitely need to start doing a timer because I can't do that. But anyway, I love you guys, and thank you so much to my wonderful and beautiful mods. You guys kick ass. Thank you for helping me out every day. Shout out to all of my super chatters, of course, and an extra special shout out to Lori. Okay, let's try that again. To Lori for doing the timestamps. I really appreciate your effort that you put into this channel more than you know. I will talk to you guys soon. Thanks, GX. I hope I said that right. All right, guys. Bye for now.